everybody, what's up?
What can I get my shit going?
I don't know, Tom. I don't know.
Oh, there it is. There it is. My shit's hooked up. I was just talking to Zach. I said, Zach, I need you to blow me. I need a good homosexual blowjob. I mean, fucking, there's a certain kind of blowjob only another man could give to another man. So
I said, technically, though, our blowjob's even gendered. You wouldn't have to, like, categorize it.
I just put blindfold on. I put a blindfold right I'm just fucking with you, Zach. I don't want to get you in trouble with your old man.
Tom's drunk already.
Yeah, I was at the biker bar.
He was at the biker bar earlier. You weren't there that long, though.
Nah, I only had a couple drinks.
Because he said he went there and he was like, I thought it was going to be like crowded because it's Friday and I thought a lot of people were off because it's the day after Christmas, but he said it was real dead.
Well, there was cagers there. There weren't any bikers there.
Yeah.
There was only one. Now there were a couple riders, but they were in cars at that time. They weren't on their bikes, which I was like, why are they on their fucking bikes? But whatever. And then Amy was there getting all that damn slutty perfume stink all over me, so I had to make a clip of that. So I made a clip of that, sent it to Jenny. I said, Jenny, she's getting her perfume stank all over. And I took a picture of her, and she's pulling her fucking titties out. She's like, I got it up on Instagram.
As she does.
It's on my Facebook too. I don't give a shit. It's so brief. I don't think you really see the nipples. I don't think anybody would complain about it.
We'll see.
But no, I'm here. Got all kinds of stories to tell. We're gonna fucking work you guys. We're gonna walk you guys into the weekend. Tomorrow's gonna be great because it's gonna be 80s night for us, and fucking we're gonna go dance to the new wave music.
A regular ass club night.
Yep. Jenny got me all kinds of fucking great Christmas presents, and I got them in here. I'm gonna show them off. I
can't show mine because they're too big.
Yeah, I got her a love seat couch that folds out into
like for the room in there, and he got me a dresser, which I really, because
she needs a dresser for her room in there.
Really
put all her shit in there.
I'm putting the dresser together. He's putting it together. He put most of it together today.
Yeah, I just gotta make the drawers.
Cause y'all, you don't even know, like the clothes are in the closet and stuff, but I have like 2 little hampers of like underwear and stockings and stuff, and they're just stacked. And like every time I need them, I have to dig through them. Like, where the fuck is that thing? You know, and there's wigs everywhere and.
And Jen is one of those very rare, non-complaining women. So she'll just let the shit ride, and I'm like, bitch, you need a dresser. What the fuck is going on?
I was like, I'll get one eventually. I'll
get one day. She doesn't buy anything for herself. I got to buy all her shit for her because she's so used to like being poor, I guess, and fucking not
and just dealing with what you have.
So I'm like, fuck it.
Because that's what I did that my whole life.
I understand.
So it's just kind of like you just had to work with what you had. You couldn't afford to get a new thing.
Yeah, I come from hardship too. Yeah, just it was good, but I was a rich boy who went through hardship, so it's different, very different. But so I'm like, I understand, and we're gonna we got that part taken care of. But man, she got me some really cool shit here. When more people show up, I'm gonna show it up. I'm gonna show it to you. I made videos of it. You got some of you guys who follow me on Instagram have already probably got a teaser, but it's motorcycle stuff.
Well, that's what you wanted, and like I said, you always I like to get you a couple things that you don't know,
right?
Just so it's like a surprise. But Tom is a very practical, present guy.
Yeah, I like things I need.
So I'm always like, well, what do you need? Tell me. And then I'll get like a couple other little things that he didn't know about, but that I know he's gonna like.
Yeah,
that's what I tend to do. But so it's kind of like
horror fan called. He says Tom's asked for a blowjob. He's drunk already. So, yeah, you got it.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that was before Jen even said anything. Yeah, Gramps is here. What's up, Gram? Me and Gram went to high school for a little bit together up in Michigan. Good to have my boy here, and he's friends with my best friend. Yeah. And everybody's piling in, man. The numbers.
Grandma said I just read the guitarist for The Cure died yesterday. Fucking bummer news. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, what was his name? Scott?
No,
John,
it's no shit.
Something. Which one was it?
No, I can't remember. It was Perry, wasn't it?
Yeah, Perry was one of them.
Yeah, he's the one that died.
Yeah, and there was 2 guitarists, and actually they were kind of like the ones responsible really for a lot of that writing and a lot of that sound. A friend of mine met him and met both those guitarists. He says those dudes are fucking awesome. They're super cool.
Yeah, Perry Bamonti.
Yeah,
I knew it was Perry something. I can remember his last name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw like pictures of him all over Facebook today.
The front man tends to just be the front man. You know what I mean? They're good. That's what does the attraction. They attract the customers. But a lot of times it's the guitarists that are ones that are writing the music. And they're kind of like the backbone. Sometimes it's bassists. They write shit too. But like Mick Mars. He was a guitar player, and he was everything of Motley Crue. There wouldn't be a Motley Crue without Mick Mars. Same thing with the fucking Ramones. What was that guy?
I mean,
Joey.
Yeah.
Or Dee.
Yeah.
I think it was Dee was his name. He ran that fucking shit like a gang. And, if you fucked up, he'd fuck you up. They were pretty tough dudes, but it was the guitarist of the Ramones, really, that was the ones that was running the show.
Zach says, I'm so sick of low-key worrying about my boyfriend all the time now. I don't really have a reason to because of anything he's done.
Don't worry about it.
It's just a me thing. Guess rejection sensitivity is an ADHD symptom. It sucks. Yeah, I mean, I kind of have the same thing because I have, anxiety, but it's like you just have to...
Jen has sexualized that anxiety, though.
Yeah.
She fantasizes about me fucking around on her and coming back and telling her about it.
Yeah. Because, it makes me mad, but...
Yeah. It doesn't happen, though. So
I tell her, make shit up.
Yeah, I gotta make shit up. I gotta make sure she loves it. I'll be hitting it, fucking telling her about all her friends that I fucked and shit. And of course I'm making it up, but there's sometimes I'm hesitant. I'm like, what if she believes me?
Right. That's what I mean. I understand the tightrope that you're walking.
Yeah, it's like walking a tightrope.
Well, it has to be a good story, but it's like it can't be so good that she's like, wait, did that really happen?
Yeah. Funny.
I don't know. I think we've got to a good...
Don't worry about it, Zach. If your man fucking steps out to get some strange, it doesn't mean he doesn't love you. It's just trying to be a man, Some men like the hunt, and some dudes want to get off the leash every now and then. But, depends on what arrangement you have. Fucking me and Jen, the way we work it out, we don't do anything by ourselves. Fucking if we're going to do something, we can do it together.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that on her behind her back.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah. I just think that's shitty, all around.
Yeah,
no matter what it is.
And basically, if any female starts fucking putting it on me, she's trying to fucking flirt and shit. I tell Jen.
Yeah.
I let Jen know. Like, yeah, she's flirting. But just let her know that that it's not a threat. That
Yeah.
And a lot of times they like her.
And
they like Jen.
Where we hang out, where we hang out, everybody
the kind of people
knows us.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody knows the deal. So it's like nobody would really do that unless they were new and they didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're like expert only. A lot of times the people that fuck with us, they're experts.
Yeah.
We've known them for years.
And like I said, they don't take it seriously. We don't take it seriously. Yeah. It's not really...
Yeah. That doesn't mean they won't perform. It just means that it's not a big deal to them.
That just means it's not a big deal.
They love you. It's just love. They're like, they love you. They want to.
The only weird thing is if somebody we don't know shows up and starts doing some shit, and we're like, we don't know you.
Yeah, we don't fucking know you.
What are you doing?
Yeah, these other people got seniority and shit. And it's a club scene, so some of the shit's just pure performance. It's not even fucking serious, Fucking Dr. Michael, who looks like the Crypt Keeper, come up fucking plant lip lock on me in front of other people, and because I love the motherfucker. I've known him for 15 fucking years. He's funny as fuck, and we're doing it to trip out fucking the normies that are watching. And I don't give a shit. When I'm drunk, I don't give a shit. Yeah. To me, it all becomes a circus.
That's the best thing about being drunk. Is
and to me, it's a circus. When I'm fucking drunk, it's like,
we're just all having a good time,
Yeah, and that happens, that kind of shit, fucking, and some dudes are sensitive about that. But if you're sensitive about that, you ain't gonna make it in the army, and you never make it in an outlaw biker gang. Those dudes are fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy because they trip each other out all the time. It's just fun, playing with people.
Yeah, we're just and like I said, everybody knows the deal. It's not like
I
mean, if we've known people long enough that we know who not to fuck with like that,
and who you
can fuck with like that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
because some people don't like it, and that's totally cool. It's just that,
and me and Jen will be lit, having a great night. But tomorrow's gonna be really good, and fucking.
I know, I'm excited.
She's got so many fucking girls that fucking love her. You know what I mean? And fucking, they'll be fucking out, fucking with her and trying. And like, Jim, you need to take her out of the car and fucking shake that shit down. I'll escort y'all out there tomorrow. I'll break all this shit happen. Where's your phone?
He's
right, I'm gonna record this shit. I'm bad. That's just how it's gonna go.
It's just pretty funny.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Yeah, we don't. Like I said, we don't take it super serious.
No. But they're our friends. It's not
yeah.
It's not
we're
not
like
slighting them. They're our friends. We're playing around.
Yeah,
and these are all older people.
Yeah,
older like hot people.
They're like all our age.
Yeah, older hot people. Yeah.
We don't do that shit with like younger people.
No, they're too sensitive
because they're too and we don't know them as well. Like I said, but the people we'd fuck around with like that are people we've known for like at least a decade or more.
People in their 20s, especially the younger generation, they're very sensitive. They're very worrisome and very much likely to get the ick and to take everything very seriously.
Well, I did that too in my 20s, to be fair.
Man, everybody we fuck with is like 40s and 50s and
30s. They're all like old people.
And they're divorced. They've got kids.
They don't give a shit anymore. Their kids are grown.
Their kids are grown. And which is probably, it's embarrassing as shit to the kids. Because
I know it's kind of funny.
We've been over to fucking places, and fucking have the couple, and the couple's girlfriend is there, and then the daughter is a teenager, and she's just embarrassed as fuck because they're
Mom,
stop doing fetish stuff. There's like a whole fucking.
They got like a dungeon in their
house and
shit.
On the fuck, and
the daughter's just like cringe.
Cringe. It's cringy shit. The daughter's friends and her boyfriends are. It's funny. It's because it's like the basic kind of like Christian American concept. The Muslims would be the same way. Is that if the parents are fucking crazy, the kids will grow up crazy? No. A lot of times the parents are fucking wild as shit, and the kids grow up conservative.
Yeah, sometimes it's like opposite.
They're like opposite. It's like Absolutely Fabulous. Remember the fucking slutty hot chick?
Yeah, I remember.
And her daughter was a nerd who just was like totally embarrassed by the mom. There's a lot of that.
That show was so fucking funny.
It was a great show.
Man, I want to watch that all the way through again. I haven't seen that for years and years.
They would never make a show like that today because it's just too non-PC, too fucking funny. But if you ever seen a British comedy show called Absolutely Fabulous, it's about 3 British chicks basically living together, and the 2 older ones and their daughter, and all this shit that they get involved in is fucking hilarious.
Joanna Lumley was in the latest season of Wednesday. Remember? She played
that's right.
Grandmama.
Yeah.
The one that owned the funeral home.
Old school British humor was fucking hilarious. Very different from American humor. Fucking very hilarious.
I really like British humor actually. Yeah. Like a lot of my favorite shows over the years have been British.
American humor lately, fucking black guys. Fucking, what's his name? Chappelle. Hilarious. Fucking Eddie Murphy's brother telling stories is really fucking funny. He's dead now. Eddie Murphy funny. But, that was the 80s funny. It didn't age well. Richard Pryor. Oh, man.
Richard Pryor's still funny.
Richard Pryor, fucking kind of classic, timeless, fucking funny storyteller.
And I prefer like storyteller type comedians.
Yeah,
to like joke, like set up punchline.
Yeah, no.
Comedians, that seems really hacky to me.
Storyteller.
I like ones that just tell funny stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than one that's just like set up joke kind of thing. Because those are just so obviously jokes that you wrote, And so I don't find that as funny. Yeah, I just said I love Dab Fab. Yeah, me too. Like I said, that makes me want to watch it again. I haven't seen it in such a long time.
Zach said, "Okay, Tom, I'll be the first to have a breakout of the rack and jug of Everlead and Peptic Slave." I don't know.
He meant Everclear.
Everclear and Peptic Slave.
He corrected
I don't know what he's talking about. I have no dudes talking about
that. was a long time ago.
That
he was commenting on something.
Yeah,
you're way behind.
I'm way behind. Oh, everybody's talking.
Oh, Gramther said he saw a song sung blue yesterday about Neil Diamond cover act called Thunder and Lightning in Milwaukee in the 1990s, based on a true story. I've been seeing like commercials for that, and I was just kind of like, that looks pretty good.
That music.
He says, I think you'd like it. It looked like I would like it.
Maybe we'll see it. But it drives me crazy because my mother would play that shit over and over. And fucking that music would drive me.
I mean, it's about a Neil Diamond cover band, so it's not about actual.
It's not about
actual. Because I saw the trailers and I was like, oh, a movie about Neil Diamond. I was like, you know what? I'm not ashamed to say I'd probably watch that.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Check out what Jen got me for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
The Substance.
I know how much you love
Blu-ray.
And you kept saying, I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy that.
She got it. She got the fucking Blu-ray, all right? We haven't seen the Blu-ray yet, but I imagine there's some cool extras on it.
Yeah, we gotta watch all the extras and shit.
And then here, check this out. Check this out.
I know you'd be very excited about this.
Fallout first season Steelbook edition deluxe with a bunch of side art. This
it
shit
came with
here,
like a bunch of like postcards.
yeah.
And stuff,
Oh
really
man,
cool.
this is such a nice set. Multiple discs, 3 discs. I was really happy about this, and I can't wait for the second season.
I know, I loved those. That was one of the main things that made me buy it. I was like, look at all that cool shit that came with it.
Yeah,
and like all those postcards.
Yeah, and in this room over here that I'm making for Jenny, we're gonna do a Fallout theme.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing like a Vault-Tec.
Maybe Vault-Tec, because it's the right color in there, the blue walls and everything.
Blue walls.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is really good.
Yum yum deviled eggs. Yeah.
Yum yum deviled eggs. We're gonna get some.
The cram.
Yeah. So we'll get some Vault-Tec fucking stuff, lamps, and Nuka-Cola lamps.
Because I told him, I was like, shit, man. I was gonna get him. They had like these cool like tin signs and stuff. I didn't get them because they wouldn't have got here until after Christmas, like after January. I was like, well, fuck, I can't do that. Mm-hmm. And then they have a couple of different. What do you call them? I can't remember the word. Like the little model, the little figure. Of the
action
ghoul.
Figures.
Yeah. Well, they're not action figures. It's a statue. Yeah. Like because it's not moving around and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like a collectible, like little statue or figure of Walton Goggins' character, the ghoul. They had a couple different ones, and then I was like, ooh, but then I was like, that won't come till after Christmas either. Fuck me. So it's like, so I'll just get him the Steelbook, and then. Like, later on, we'll get the other stuff.
For me, man, the ghoul, Walton Goggins, that particular character is, like, probably the most epic Southern character out of any fucking movie I've seen. He fucking nails it. Because he's really Southern, the accent, he fucking does it right. He's an actor playing a Western character who is actually a combat veteran, and then 200 years later becomes a fucking... bounty hunter who's actually doing what he was acting about. Oh yeah, hell yeah. And just the delivery of some of the lines, the writing, and so far, man, the second season, the writing has not been compromised. It's I think it looks better than the first season.
Just on Christmas Eve, after we did the live stream, we went in and watched the new, because they put new ones up on Wednesday nights.
Yeah. Even though it's not historically accurate, it's all fucking parallel universe shit. On a cultural level, it is very accurate. Now they're getting into Howard Hughes, but it's a parallel universe Howard Hughes. He's fucking, they call him House.
Yeah, Robert
and he
House.
runs Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Howard Hughes was. He
they definitely
lived at the
used
top
him
of the
as
Sands
inspiration.
Hotel. He ran early Las Vegas. And ran a lot of the United States military-industrial complex. They're getting into that character. And read a whole fucking book on Hughes written by his right-hand man. Hughes was a fucking awesome character. Very interesting. Crazy. Crazy as a motherfucker. Multiple head injuries. He was a genius, really, who got multiple head injuries and became weird as fuck and very paranoid. But a good dude. It's just he got into a bad jam, and we're gonna see how they're gonna tell this story in Fallout. But
Seth said I was just gifted a lot of vodka.
Oh, Seth is here. What's up, Seth?
Yeah, I was just gifted a lot of vodka and chocolate. I'm not mad at that. I mean, how could you be mad at that? Yeah, Tom got me a bunch of candy too. I got a bunch of white chocolate, and I got some peppermint bark, which is my favorite things ever. I'm trying to eat them slowly though. I don't want to pig out.
All right, I'm gonna show you all. The crowning jewel that Jen got me.
Yeah.
It's 2 pieces that match together for the new motorcycle I'm building.
Yes.
Good. These are hand-built aluminum race tank and tail for an RD350. 1970s style race bike. They're sitting right there. I'm going to get them. I'm going to get the tail first. Okay.
These are so beautiful.
Yes.
I didn't know how they were going to look in person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at how shiny.
This is the tail. And this is the seat that you sit on. And it is handmade with aluminum and hammers and a leather seat.
Yeah, that's leather, all right.
Yeah. This is going to go on the back. I made a video on my Instagram to show you everything. You can see the imperfections. It's not perfectly flat because it was beaten into this shape
by hand. Yeah, because it was made by hand. It wasn't made by a machine.
This is like something that you would do in the 1930s. This came handmade, custom order from India.
Yeah.
Because in India, they still do handwork. And the RD350 that I have, they still make a licensed copy of it in India called the Rajut 350. All right? So they're RD fans. It's a two-stroke engine. You can't do that in the U.S. with new production. It doesn't pass emissions. So they do retro, handmade stuff as if it was made in the 1970s. There. I'm going to show you the tank, and you guys are going to be like, what the fuck? This is the tank.
Yeah, look at that. Look how shiny.
It's a 1970s style.
I mean, I know we said polished aluminum, but I was just kind of like, oh,
yeah,
I didn't
it
realize.
Weighs next to nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
They did a really good job.
It is handmade tank.
I mean, it wasn't cheap, I'm going to say.
No, not cheap. And watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Handmade. It's a handmade gas cap.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not going to paint it.
Yeah, because he was thinking about, well, when he gets here, I'll see if I'm going to paint it. And I'm like, you better not.
No, I'm not going to paint it.
Look at that shit.
I'm just going to put Yamaha badges on it. Expensive Yamaha badges. And maybe a racing stripe down the center, black.
Yeah.
One about an inch wide and then 2/8 of an inch wide stripes on either side of that.
But still, that is too pretty to paint over.
No. And you can, and when you see it in person, you can tell that this was handmade.
Yeah, you can see like the little imperfections and little bitty dents like from the hammer.
Tiny dents from a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe a little rippled.
It's the ripples.
All I was thinking though is if you actually go out and ride that, it's like, holy crap, you're gonna blind everybody on the road.
Nah. It's just a beautiful tank.
It'll just be like, woo.
I gotta do some modifications to get it to mount properly, but I'm gonna take photographs of that and give those dudes a fucking great review over that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like $450 for both of those together. That's a lot of money in India. That'd be like $1,500 in India. Yeah. Maybe more. Maybe $2,000.
Well, that's probably what you pay for it here if you had somebody make it
yeah,
here.
yeah. If you had somebody make that here, thousands.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing is that, well, they said it was going to be here before Christmas, but it wasn't. But it came a day late. We knew it was coming, so I was like, I got him some other stuff, so I was like, it's not a big deal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I was happy.
Not a big deal.
Either way.
Yeah. But yeah, we had I was trying to think, like, after we pigged out, holy crap, you guys, yesterday we ate so much ham. So much ham. We had spiral cut ham, scalloped potatoes, and that Brazilian cream corn, and I think we ate 3 or 4 plates of that.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that the spiral cut ham, it was spiral cut only for the first half.
Yeah, they kind of lazy.
And then it was no longer spiral cut.
And they were like, well, now we just got to pull chunks off.
They got to pull. Yeah, like, what the fuck? I thought this was spiral cut. I thought it went through the whole thing.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally when I've got spiral cut hams in the past, it's just like it's super easy. Like you just pull the slices off. But this one was like, it was fine at the beginning, and then like we were going to get seconds and thirds and stuff, and I was just like, man, what the fuck? Like, and we're having to cut it. But it was still good regardless. I didn't go too crazy on the desserts. I had 1 piece of cherry pie. That was like last night.
Yeah.
And then I had a couple of pieces of chocolate here and there, but it's like I didn't pig out too bad. But yeah, so man, yesterday was kind of a low key day, honestly. We just kind of pigged out, and then we watched Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell on Netflix. And then I watched Krampus. Which was on Shudder. Watched a little bit. I went over to the Riff Tracks channel, and they were showing Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny, which I'd seen before, but not for a long time. So I watched like the second half of that, and then back over on Netflix, they put up episodes 5, 6, and 7 of Stranger Things season 5. So I sat and watched all of that. I didn't realize that they weren't putting up all 4 episodes. They just put those 3 up. And so I'm watching them, and I'm getting all into it and shit like that. And then like that, it ended, and then it was like, that's it. And I was like, what? I was like, you can't leave it like that. But then they were like, no, the next one's going to be on New Year's Eve, the finale, which I think is like 2 hours long. So I was like, me, I thought you were going to like make me wait another fucking 3 years or something like for the next. I think this is the last season, they've said. So I'm assuming it's going to be some big epic finale. I don't know if like a bunch of them are going to die, or I don't know what's going on. But, you know, this one was pretty, these ones were pretty like emotional. They're trying to like really set that up. So we'll see. I might cry at the end, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I really like that show. You know, it's, I thought they did a really good job with it. CB said Tom will move his motorbike into the bedroom. I mean, you know, whatever. It's fine with me. It's in the upstairs of our house. Like, our bedroom is down that end of the hall. And then there's like a big open area, which I guess normal people would say is like a game room or a den kind of thing. We just kind of use it as sort of a living room, sort of catch-all. And he has like, you know, we got all our big DVD shelves and a couple couches and shit like that in there. There's TV in there, but we never watch it. And he keeps the motorcycles in there. That's mostly where he works on it, because it's a big open area, so it's, you know, easy. There's a lot of room. But I don't know. There's not a lot of room in the bedroom to put. I mean, I guess you could. Be a little crowded. The bedroom is actually quite big, but I don't know if you'd want a motorcycle in there.
What happened?
Oh, he's CB was saying Tom to moving your motorbike into the bedroom.
There's not enough room.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. It's kind of out in the living room.
No, it's out in the living room.
Den kind of area.
Yeah, people are like, "What are you doing?" No, it's a ground up build. There isn't any oil in it or anything. I've done builds, ground up, brand new builds all the time in houses. Because you want to be in the air conditioning, man, and especially the problem is doing wiring, man.
Yeah, it's Florida.
It's Florida, yeah.
You can't do everything out in the garage, especially in the summertime. You'll fucking die.
Some things you do in the garage.
Yeah.
If it's a built fucking bike.
If it's real messy or something.
And it's messy, and you're gonna pull a motor that's been used and it's got oil and it's all fucking dirty. Yeah.
But he's like that. The one that he's working on now, he hasn't put the engine isn't in it. It's like separate. You know what I mean? So he's like, when I you're putting the engine back in it, I'm gonna take it back down and do it in the garage, you know. But yeah, do as much work in the air conditioning as you can. Like I said, it's Florida. You don't want to go out in the garage and work, especially in the middle of fucking July or something like that. You'll have a heat stroke. CB said, I got some classic 80s horrors on DVD for Christmas. That sounds awesome. I was actually gonna watch more. I don't know why, but it's like just rewatching Christmas Chronicles. Because I love the elves in that. They just crack me up. Especially like Bjorn, the one that eats all the candy canes. And is all kind of fat and stuff. Like, he has a candy cane addiction. It kind of was like, watching them run around like that, I was like, man, now I really want to watch Krampus, because I really love all those little gingerbread men. They need a whole movie about the little gingerbread men from there. From Krampus. I forgot how fucking funny that movie was.
That 2-liter fucking boiled over on me for some reason.
Oh, shit. Did it really?
Yeah.
I didn't shake it. It wasn't me.
Yeah, it was like he was shaking.
I didn't shake it. I didn't touch it.
It sat there for days. I don't know what the problem was.
I didn't touch it. Maybe you shook it without thinking about it. Or it might just be, I don't know. It might just be a butthole. Maybe somebody put some Alka-Seltzer in there or something. Yeah, CB said, Tom of the UK, you would have to paint it because the sun is low at times. It would be hard to see you and the motorbike. I was kind of thinking that, like, just picking out the... Because even here, I don't think they would do anything to you, but...
What was that?
Having a bike that shiny, like, out in the... Like, at sunrise or sunset or something like that.
No, there's lots of guys that have those tanks like that. Royal Enfield from India is having tanks that are that shiny from the factory because... The motorcycle industry is kind of fucked right now. The American and Japanese bikes are kind of pricing themselves out of the market. And the younger generation is coming up on e-bikes, cheap e-bikes. And they look at a fucking $10,000 motorcycle in there, or $15,000 motorcycle. I don't want to buy that. You know, I want a $5,000 motorcycle, maybe $6,000. And Harley doesn't offer anything like that. Honda offers stuff like that, the Japanese, but they're real boring looking. Royal Enfield, which is a British company that's owned by India. They have very low hourly wages for their employees, so the labor is a lot lower, and they don't have any big expenses. They're coming out with some beautiful bikes, and they're based on British designs. So they're kind of like the old Triumphs. The biggest thing they have is like a 650. Most of them are single cylinder 350s or 400s. They've been making those forever. But they come handmade. They look great with fucking deluxe paint jobs now. They have dealerships here in Florida, and they're selling a lot of bikes, especially the new 650s. They're twins. It's kind of like a Triumph Bonneville, but a smaller bore. But the fit and finish is excellent. The quality is very good, and they're cheap, $6,000-$7,000. And they'll finance you, and you'll ride out of there in your little twin, and it looks like a 1960s motorcycle with modern brakes and suspension on it. They're well made. I would buy one, but it's not a power for me. Fucking 650 twins, air cooled. There's not much there. I have to have at least 100 horsepower, and they'll eventually start making bikes like that. That like a bigger fucking, like a bigger Norton or Triumph style. They're a British style motorcycle, but.
David Brown says, I got a Spookies poster, movie from 1986.
Hold on, dude.
Personally autographed by one of the directors. It was rolled, never folded. It is hanging in my living room now. That sounds awesome. Man, I haven't seen Spookies since the 80s, probably. Maybe we should review that one. I don't think we've reviewed Spookies, have we? Not that I remember. Oracle says, I found myself thinking that my standards for Christmas presents are so different from when I was a kid. One of my favorite presents this year was underwear. Not sexy time underwear, but comfy underwear. I'm just, honestly, I don't know. I'm not like a real, like Tom said, I'm not a real picky complaining girl. I'm just happy anybody's giving me anything, to be honest with you. Practical gifts are good. Frivolous gifts are good. To be honest, I'm one of the easiest people to buy for ever, because you can just buy like some spooky gothy shit and I'll be into it. Like, I can almost certainly guarantee that. So, not hard. I was like, just give me something with skulls and shit on it. It's like, you're good. So, but like I said, this year I needed some furniture. I really needed that dresser bad, and I'm so glad you got me that, because...
Okay, Zach just sent me a picture of the
record. Yeah,
his boyfriend got. That must be on. Yeah, okay. Let me see the record he got you. Do you have a record player yet? Oh, look.
Yeah, how much are they nowadays? Because I have a bunch of records, but I can't play them because I don't have a record
Buckingham player. Nicks.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks and fucking Lindsey Buckingham. Probably.
Are they both naked?
Probably. That's how they did that shit back then.
That's how they did that shit back then.
Man, Stevie Nicks looks young as shit in that.
I know. He said, I do not, LOL. I mean,
You gotta get you a record player, man.
I need one too, but they're really expensive nowadays, because now it's kind of like a niche hipster thing. Because, man, like, I'm gonna tell you, though, like, even at fucking, what's that place at the mall? FYE? Yeah. They got a bunch of vinyl records in there.
Yeah.
That you can buy. New shit and old shit. Like, it's not a massive, it's just kind of a couple racks, but...
That's the bike I'm building right there. That's in the living room.
Yeah. See, in the living room.
Yeah. I fucked up the audio. I'm gonna take that one down and put another version of it up. I was in a hurry.
You can do another one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Brown said average for a record player is about $200.
They're that much now?
Well, yeah, because
they don't have cheap record players.
Well, no, because why would they?
Yeah,
like the only person gonna buy them is somebody that's like a collector.
They sounded better than CD.
They do. I agree.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if they sound $200 better.
Probably, but they're probably okay.
They're
more analog sounding. It's kind of a richer, more ambient sound.
Yeah, it's, with most things, I'm not that picky about it, because it's like, mostly when we're listening, honestly, most of the time we listen to music now is just in the car, or, you know, on the way to the club or whatever. Or, you know, sometimes we'll put videos or something on YouTube, like on the TV, like in the bedroom. Like, we'll just put like an 80s mix on or...
But you think about it, too, 200 is about right. It's, you know, because this... a record player is mechanical. There's a lot of mechanical moving parts in it. It's not something you can construct out of cheap Chinese electronic parts that are just come off of an assembly line somewhere. You know, you have to assemble this shit. And it's a specialty item. So, yeah, I'd pay $200 for a record player now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that unreasonable, honestly.
Yeah, and you might be able to find used stuff on eBay, used record players. I don't know if you can still get needles for them, but...
I was going to say, maybe you could go to Goodwill, but I imagine, like, most people have thought of that and probably snapped them all up.
That's all long gone, man. And a lot of the record players from when we were kids in the 90s and 80s, they weren't... Actually, 90s, they were going out.
Yeah. Because CD came in big time.
Yeah. In the 80s, the record players we had, most of them were very low quality. Yeah, the sound was okay.
I had a record player that came in. It looked like a tiny little denim briefcase, which I realized doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And you opened it, and then the record player was in there. I got it for Christmas or something like that one year when I was a kid. Yeah. So I don't know how much it cost, but
Zach, if I was you, I'd bite the bullet and get you a fucking $200 record player off Amazon. Put that on your credit card. So you can play.
And you gotta listen to the shit over headphones.
Yeah, you live with headphones. Really good quality headphones.
Like good headphones, not just like earbuds.
And a good quality headphones for record player, they're big.
Yeah, They're
big, yeah.
They look like what the air traffic controllers were.
Yeah, and they had big speakers in them. And they sounded great.
Yeah, I used to love them. My dad had them. My dad was a big audiophile when I was growing up, so he had the big expensive stereo set up with the big huge speakers, and he had the big huge
in the
headphones.
80s there were $5,000 radio sets or stereo record players.
That might have been how much his was.
They were like $5,000.
Yeah.
And they were no joke. They were extremely loud. The quality was extremely good of the sound. And it was just, they have a certain ambient sound to them because it's not digital. It was all analog. And it just, there's no comparison. It's just a very rich sound. Some albums, the way the music was played, they'd set up resonant frequencies on the album that you wouldn't normally hear on a digital recording. You're like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing.
Yeah, there's a lot more depth and layers to the sound.
What was good when CD came out, what we did like about it is that it was smaller. You could instantly change tracks.
Yeah.
And there was never any scratches. Record scratches, there are little pops and scratches in a record. What would happen is you'd have skips, but it wasn't a pop or a scratch sound. And that records would kind of start popping on you after a while. They get worn.
Yeah, David Brown said a lot of horror movies are getting vinyl soundtracks now. And the Omega Man has a vinyl soundtrack.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, like I said, because collectors are into that kind of stuff. And like I said, audio nerds and horror nerds, I imagine there's a big... And I'm not disparaging. I'm also a horror nerd. So it's just kind of like... I feel like there's probably a lot of overlap there.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I saw... Again, I've been trying to watch a lot of 2025 horror movies. At this moment, I'm kind of like, well, I could do a top 10 with some, honorable mentions, but I'm trying to go in for top 20, so I'm trying to watch a bunch. And I was kind of slow at work today, so I watched another one that some people had recommended, and I loved it. It reminded me of that because it had a lot to do with a guy that was like a synthesizer engineer. It was like set in the 80s. So a lot of the sound design was very 80s, like synth, and I was really into it. I think it's probably some of my favorite sound design, like of any horror movie ever. And it was called Dead Male. It's on Shudder. Not for everybody, for sure. I don't even know if I'd call it... I guess it's a horror movie. It was kind of more a mystery or a thriller. But I was really into it. But you could see, like, the reviews of it were, like, super polarized. Like, some people were like, oh my god, I loved this. This was the best thing ever. And, like, some people were like, oh my god, snooze. You know what I mean? So, it kind of gave me the same vibe as something like Longlegs or like Come True, if you saw that one, which I loved and a lot of people don't talk about. It kind of gave me the same vibe as that. It's very 80s retro, but not like in a overtly like in a self-aware kind of way. But yeah, I really, really liked it. So yeah, it just reminded me of that because the audio was like a big part of that.
Talking about vinyl, our DJ Dimitri, he said there are certain DJs that are out now that will only spin vinyl.
Yes.
That's kind of like their genre.
Yeah.
Vinyl only and fucking. I didn't question it. I was like, yeah, because that shit sounded really good. Well,
isn't Nick Mariano?
He's one of them, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, because I don't know if he still does.
Yeah, he was.
He used to spin a night called Uberbahn at the Falcon, which is this tiny, tiny little, but it's not even club. It's a little bar.
It's a wine bar.
Like a wine bar.
A dark wine bar. Very good. And he would do dark wave.
Yeah.
And cold wave.
And like real obscure shit.
Dark wave and cold wave, obscure.
They'd have bands play, like a Starry Night played there a few times and stuff like that, but it's tiny, tiny, tiny.
Yeah.
Like it's a tiny, and it's kind of done in like a Shining motif a little bit, where they have a lot of Shining stuff.
Yeah.
In there.
That was great because fucking Starry Night did a show there, and some people recorded the show, and me and Jen were up the front of the crowd dancing and shit. We were all fucking decked out, and it was like over 10 years ago. We looked young as shit. Yeah. That was. I don't know what happened to all those recordings of us there. But it looked like something out of like old school.
We could probably still find them.
Yeah, it's like some old school shit, like out of some fucking British fucking pub where the fucking Sex Pistols were playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it was nothing but goth people.
It's a tiny
little place. It looked really cool.
But it was just crammed full. It had like a little, and honestly, it's in the Milk District, which is kind of like it's really cool, but it's like all these tiny little places. Mm. And it has like a couple little tables outside, but like the sidewalk is like right there. So like people would go out and drink beers, but like people are walking by.
Yeah, and during that time, it was kind of like a triumph for me and Jen, because we discovered them and got them fucking signed on their first label, and we're promoting them here in Orlando, Florida, and we were bringing out all these fucking goth kids to come fucking see them, and they were building their Florida fan base on the back of fucking what me and Jen were doing, man. It was just a good time back in those days. Yeah. And they're a big band now, fucking.
Yeah. I talked to Michael.
They conquered Germany.
Yeah.
They conquered Germany. They're huge there.
I talked to Michael on the phone.
She still does all her stuff, yeah.
Yesterday? Not yesterday. The day before yesterday.
Yeah, that was fucking the last show we went to was not even a year ago, maybe like 5-6 months ago. Me and Jen showed up. They hadn't seen us in about a year and a half, probably. 2 years, and I showed up and stood in front of them before the show was playing, and they went, "No, no," and I was like, "Yeah, bitch," and they're like, "No, that's you." They didn't recognize me at first.
Yeah, for sure.
Because dude, you're fucking huge, man. They're like, you're like fucking Rob Halford now, and I says, that bitch is never this size. Like, yeah, you're bigger.
But yeah,
yeah. So it's just like, and they just, it was weird because we've known them for so long, and they remembered us as a goth couple a long time ago. You know what I mean? And fucking, you guys still look fucking great. You know what I mean?
Like you guys look,
that was 15 years ago.
Like you guys don't look any older.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
they're like,
I think
they're like, Tom, you're fucking getting younger and bigger. And they're like, yeah.
But I
biotechnology, bitch. They're like, fucking, we're gonna talk, man.
I talked to Michael because he called me on. It was either the 23rd or the 24th, because he has his wife, owns a bunch of businesses, or manages a bunch of businesses, and one of them is like an online learning thing for like nurses and shit, like to get certification and whatnot. So I do like a lot of their web graphics. So he had called me like to ask about doing some shit for that. And he said, hey, darling, it's like, we're going to be in Orlando again on June 20th. Yeah. So he's like, tell my goth dad that we're, that's what he said. He said, tell goth dad that we're going to be in, and I'm sure they usually play Will's Pub when they come here. Yeah. Because that's a good venue.
Those are my boys. If you're new to the show, you know what we're talking about. We're club promoters, and Jen does so much she does graphic design and album and CD layouts for fucking everybody that comes from Florida, including the black metal bands. Okay.
I just did one other day for Druid Lord for their anti-Valentine party.
And there was a band that from fucking Miami that I stumbled across just online that I had a crush on. I had a man crush on them. They were called A Starry Night. ASTARINITE. Yeah. You can look them up on YouTube. And it was a dark wave band when it first appeared, and then it went more goth once I started talking to them and we got involved with them. And now it's kind of like Florida's version of The Cure when they were doing the Pornography album. It's like a very dark version. And the guy who's writing it all is an older guy. He's the guitar player. He writes all the music. And this motherfucker's a genius. Okay. And he knows all the old music, and
he knows some super obscure shit. We've got into
obscure shit.
He knows like a lot of obscure horror movies too. Because sometimes at the shows, like if you get me talking about
his name's Howard.
I'll just talk all night.
Yeah, me and Howard's
He's like, "Whoa, have you seen this? Yeah, holy shit! I didn't think
Howard's a really cool band nerd. He's just a nerdy goth dude and he's a musical genius. And I just start running it with Howard whenever I see him. And I met Howard through his music online with how I'd never met him. And I said, whoever's doing this shit is fucking really good. Well, a friend of ours, and her name was Amani, she was tied in with some fucking record labels in New York. We were having dinner with her one time, and she was talking about all these black metal bands.
Because that's mostly what she does is black metal. Yeah, she still does.
She still does it. Black metal and heavy metal. And she goes, Tom, what's your favorite band in Florida? And I said, there's a band down in Miami called A Starry Night. That's the best band in Florida. Fucking 2 weeks later, she hits me. She goes, I signed those guys. And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, I found them. I signed them. They're good.
Yeah.
Well, she told him, she said, I have signed you because of this guy named Tom Ross. He's going to be at the show. That's how I met him.
Yeah.
That's how I met him.
Yeah, we just found them. We found them like randomly, like on YouTube. Yeah. It's like, wow, this is a good fucking band, and they're from here.
Yeah, and Howard's an Anglo-American. The rest of the guys are all Hispanic Americans. They're like Cubans, and it's just a fucking that. Yeah, and if you don't know, I grew up partially in Brazil, and fucking I speak Portuguese, and I'm really hip on Latin culture. I kind of grew up in it. First girls I dated were Brazilians. People don't understand how deeply fucking goth culture and heavy metal culture has affected Central and South America. And they improve on this shit because those motherfuckers are drama queens.
And we love that.
Yeah, the Latin culture is about drama.
We love it.
And they understand that.
Why do you think Mexico City has such an awesome fucking goth scene?
Yeah, the Mexicans know all about goth. And they do their own version of it, but they listen to all the same music that we listen to, but then they do a Mexican version. They're like, yeah. So we want to go to Mexico City.
I would love that.
Oh yeah, they're fucking.
I want to do like a whole tour of like the nights and the stores and all that.
Yeah, and evidently Chile, Argentina, fucking Uruguay, and fucking Peru, they fucking have goth scenes.
Yeah, big time.
Well,
I think there's some festivals down there, like in South America. Yeah, they have some big goth festivals down
there. But anyway, A Starry Night fucking started going to the goth festivals in Europe, and they just dominated.
Yeah, they were a big hit in Germany.
Yeah,
they've been in Germany a bunch of times.
Yeah, they're bigger in Germany, and they ended up getting signed on another label called Cleopatra, which is that was the traditional gothic label. Everything was on Cleopatra. They're on that.
Yeah, back in the 90s, like every goth album you bought, it seemed like was on Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Well, now I thought they were on the same label as Das Ich.
Well, it's probably on a third. They're on a third level now.
Yeah, I'm not really.
They were on Cleopatra for a while.
I think they were. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they're on now. Labels don't mean that much anymore because they can't do much for these bands. They can't help them tour. They do all that shit on their own, and they make a living off selling merchandise and booking shows. It's not like it was. Yeah, they don't really make any money on selling albums anymore. They give CDs away for free. That's not where the money comes from. The money comes from the tour.
Yeah, you want.
And really, the labels just give them street cred, and they help promote the tour, but they don't fucking. pay for their costs.
But yeah, they play up here usually once or twice a year. They'll come up to Orlando, like if they're doing kind of a tour, and almost always play at Will's Pub, and it's always like a great fucking show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but you guys want to check out A Starry Night.
Yeah, we talk about them a lot.
They're really good.
Because like I said, I literally just talked to Michael like 2 days ago.
I got two main bands that I crush on: A Starry Night and Corinthian.
Yeah.
With a K. Korine. And I met them too. I met them at the local festival here. Bought some shirts
in Tampa. Yeah, we met them in Tampa.
Yeah, and Jen's done posters for them. She's done posters. Yeah. Corinthian sounds like an '80s band. An '80s, it's like
80s, like
Mode,
80s synth pop kind of.
80s synth pop, like Depeche Mode or something like that. They're fucking awesome. Really good. It's just two guys. And they're from up north. That's a Yankee band. What's I call them a Yankee band. What's the name? What's that fucking city they're from? Oh,
I don't remember.
It's where all those riots were happening. Fucking damn.
I don't know, man. You're not helping.
Portland. They're from Portland.
Well, that's not up north. That's Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. That's what I said. North. That's all north.
Well, when you say north, it's like I think of like northeast.
Portland. Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna say Portland, that's Pacific. That's Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. Check out Corey. If you are in your 40s or 50s, you will. I don't give a shit who you are. You will love Corey.
Yeah, if you like Depeche Mode or Erasure or any kind of dark wavy kind of 80s
shit. Like dark new wave 80s type Corey.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
You will be totally into it. And they weren't even born when that music came
kids.
out.
They're little kids.
They're very young. But it's like they nailed it.
Yeah. I kept hearing this song called Heaven's Servant on some of the fucking new retrowave channels that I listened to. But I didn't know who that was. Well, we were at the local goth festival here in fucking Tampa, and that song came up. Yeah, Absolution. We did the shirts for it, and fucking I heard that song and I looked up and it's them, and it's just two dudes.
Yeah, it's just two guys.
Synthesizer, skinny little long haired kind of almost trans looking guy, real effeminate, and he's up there and I go, it's them. Oh, it's them.
I know this song.
Yeah, I know this song. And then I started paying more attention to it, and every song was fucking great. Yeah. And they were a small band then. They're big now. When they came down, it says, man, I fucking heard that song, and I said, and he goes, oh, Heaven's Servant. He goes, yeah. And he goes, where'd you hear that? It says, called, on a YouTube channel called New Retrowave. And he's like, yeah, I don't know them. Well, you were in a mix. And that song kept standing out. And he goes, oh, you want a shirt? And I want 2 shirts. And, started talking to him. And his name is, what's that kid's name? Morgie. His name is Morgie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was chilling out with Morgie. And then haven't seen him since because we haven't been going to Absolution. But they come down regularly.
They give me tickets every year because I do the graphics.
Yeah.
For Absolution every year, but it's so far.
We should go. If they're giving you tickets, we should go.
I mean, we get it for free, but it's just kind of like
maybe we'll get.
It's always in October. Yeah. Like it's usually the first weekend of October is usually.
We'll get Jen and Dimitri to come with us and fucking. We'll split a hotel room.
Maybe that's what we should do.
And the abdominal snowman might come out again.
Oh my goodness!
Who knows what might happen?
I mean, it's like 3 days. It's like it's usually. It's like 3 days. I think they used to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but now they do Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
And plus, they have a whole bunch of like pre-parties and after parties. It's a whole thing. It's like a 3-day affair. Oh. They have like what?
Count Orlock. He's fucking saying some cool shit. It's fucking fun.
Yeah, I saw
Thank you very Merry Christmas, Count Orlock.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken looks at Tom. You'll never believe it. My fiance had under the tree for me the hand on Blu-ray.
That's right. Oliver Stone, man.
That's a great flick.
He's no joke, bro. That is a fucking great flick. And it's a great fucking horror thriller, psychological thriller. And did it happen, or was it just your imagination? Who knows?
Could go either way.
Who knows? I think it actually did happen. I think it happened.
I'm not sure.
I think it was fucking psychokinesis.
Counterlock also said, Jenny, did you get Tom both of Rob Halford's Christmas albums? I didn't. You know what? I didn't even think of that, but I probably
Rob Halford had Christmas albums?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, he has the Billy Idol one. We were playing that one yesterday.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Have you ever seen Iron Maiden in Rio? The crowds are massive."
I was there.
Yeah,
I was there watching.
Well, maybe he's talking about like maybe nowadays.
No, that was back like in '86 or something. I think it was '85 or '86. Might have been '84. I'm trying to remember. But no, the Rock in Rio festival. I was living in São Paulo at that time, and that went on for a long time, and they showed it live on television, the whole fucking show. So I watched most of it. I watched all the Iron Maiden. I also watched Nina Hagen. She was at it. She was there. I'm trying to think of who else was there, man. I don't think Van Halen was there. I think AC/DC might have showed up. Fuck no, but Rock in Rio went on for a long time. That went on for like 4 or 5 days, I think. It was like a long show. And then in Brazil, they released a fuck ton of posters from that event. You could go down to the mall and get fucking Rock in Rio posters of Iron Maiden. I had one. It was huge. It was only like $5 or $10 for this gigantic fucking Iron Maiden poster of fucking the whole band performing live. I'm just trying to remember who. I remember seeing Nina Hagen. I don't remember if fucking Madonna played in Rock in Rio.
Madonna?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think of who played for that. Those are the two main ones that I remember. Was Iron Maiden, and I remember fucking Nina Hagen. And man, it was so long ago, man. So much shit's jumbling together. I can't remember if I can't remember if fucking Van Halen played. I think they did, maybe. Now I'm pretty sure AC/DC played. It was just a giant fucking concert that went on for many days. And it was like one of the biggest concerts in the world at that time. I think the only thing that beat it was later on, after the fall of the fucking Berlin Wall and the fall of the Soviet Union, Metallica went into Russia and they had a fucking concert that was like fucking just millions of people. It's like epic people all around, 360 for miles.
Do you remember
watching Metallica? That was like the biggest concert ever at that time.
Do you remember Live Aid from 1985?
Yeah, I was in Michigan at that time, hanging out with Grampers, and that was a good concert because it was new wave and kind of not only new wave, it was mainstream. You had fucking
well,
U2,
the guy it was what's his name? What's his name from Boomtown Rats was the guy that organized it.
Yeah, it was a very
Bob Geldof.
But yeah, it was a very mainstream show, and it had good fucking performers. You had the Queen, you had. I think Duran might have.
I was gonna say like Duran. I specifically watched it for that, and I will never forget this. I'm sorry, Simon Le Bon, but I will always remember it was Live Aid. Millions of people are watching, and he was singing "A View to a Kill," and he hit a bum note. Like big
his voice
time.
Cracked.
His voice cracked like on a really high note. And it's like everybody was fucking talking about it after. I was like, man, that poor fuck. Because I love Simon Le Bon, so I was just kind of like, God damn it, poor fucking motherfucker. To have that happen in front of like millions of people must have been mortifying.
It's under a lot of pressure. But you had Queen, Duran, fucking.
It was like everybody.
I think Police had broken up at that point. But I'm pretty sure
by '85, yeah, probably.
Yeah, but what's his name was there? Fucking Sting was there. U2.
Yeah, I remember
there were
U2.
so many good bands.
Yeah, it was like everybody.
I don't think The Cure did it.
No, they didn't.
It was more mainstream bands at that time.
Yeah, they were trying to raise money. You know. What I mean? So it was just kind of like because Bob Geldof did Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Do They Know It's Christmas? Which is kind of cringy, but I still kind of like it. And that was like all the big British stars, like Boy George and Duran and Wham.
Cyndi Lauper, I think.
Bananarama.
I think Cyndi Lauper, didn't she do Live
She
Aid?
might have.
I
didn't watch the whole thing because it was really long.
It went on for a long time.
Yeah, so I just kind of watched I just tuned in whenever the bands I liked were going to be on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Counterlock said Live Aid had reunions of Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin. Yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, see, I think at the time in 1985, that was, like, still dad music.
Yeah.
So I wasn't as interested in that as I was
I liked
in,
him, though.
The new wave shit. I did, too, but
it was
like...
retro music, but I was listening to it.
But I wasn't going to watch it because I was just kind of like, I want to see Duran Duran, and I want to see Culture Club, or whoever the fuck else was playing.
In 85... Led Zeppelin was like I said, that was like when I was a little kid, under the control of my fucking beautiful babysitter, fucking, Princess Leia. That was what her and all her little teenage friends were listening to.
Right.
So when you're 15, you see that as like ancient history.
Yeah.
Even though it was like maybe only like 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's not really that big of a difference, honestly. Well, and the weird thing about it is, I don't know if this happened everywhere else in the country, but when I was in high school, in the late 80s, I graduated in 1990, so like the last, couple years of the 80s, there was a huge resurgence in kind of people my age being into like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and the Doors, people showing up with like fucking psychedelic looking shit on and all that other kind of stuff. It wasn't like a mainstream thing, but it was a definite thing.
Yeah.
Because I had some friends that were way into like Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin stuff. But at that point, like I said, I was more new wave post-punk person. So I was just kind of like, okay, you do you. That shit's good. I didn't have any beef with it. I was just saying it wasn't really my thing. Like they were all like smoking pot and like hippies, kind of a little bit, but not quite hippies. But I don't know if that happened everywhere or if that was just a thing where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
Like where that was like, because I feel like there was a big resurgence in the late 80s of kids being into Pink Floyd and shit.
Well, the thing is the way I remember it, and this applied both in Brazil and in Michigan when I was in that age, is that if you were into metal music, you had to know where it came from. You had to know its history.
Yeah.
So you had to go back to the classics.
Well, I always thought that.
And they would show you the classics, and you get into all that, and it was other kids showing you, you gotta know Black Sabbath.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, you gotta know fucking Deep Purple, and you gotta know fucking Led Zeppelin. And there was a lot of differences between all those bands that I just mentioned.
Yeah.
But they were, early 70s bands. And they were still fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne, that first album, Black Sabbath, that was a fucking awesome album.
It is a good album.
And it is a metal album with a lot of blues influence in it. And it's really good. I haven't listened to it in a long time, but fucking, I guarantee you that will fucking hold up today. I know it would, because of the emotion that was behind it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And the artistic quality behind it. It was a creepy heavy blues album, almost kind of like a Motorhead album. It was really good.
That's kind of why I feel like the same kind of thing applied with people that were real into like goth music or post-punk.
Yeah.
At least people that I knew. If you were into a band that was new in the 80s, you were always interested in what their influences were.
Yeah, where it came from.
So you'd go back and listen to old shit. Like, you didn't have anywhere, that's old shit or whatever. Like, they're like, our biggest influence is the Velvet Underground. You go back and listen to Velvet Underground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you would do that. You don't think it was weird or nothing like that. So it's just kind of like, that was a thing that was not weird to us, so a lot of us liked stuff from a lot of different genres. The problem arises is that when you get people that are into it, that, the kind of people that think, let's just, for a random example, like Marilyn Manson, Sweet Dreams, like they think that's an original song.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Which obviously it's not, it's a cover. No. But you know what I mean? It's that kind of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and they don't know who Annie Lennox is.
Right.
Fucking,
that's old.
And what that was like when it appeared.
So I don't have a problem with younger people getting into the goth scene. I have a problem with younger people like that getting into the goth scene.
Well, you know what's funny is that when I was young, I liked new high-tech shit. Although I did look at old music, like we were talking about. But the older I got, the more I got into old shit.
Yeah.
I love motorcycles. I don't really have a lot of interest in up-to-date, modern, super high-tech motorcycles. I like old motorcycles.
Yeah.
Now, 70s motorcycles. When they were good, they were very usable and very reliable. They weren't very high-tech by today's standards. They didn't require computers and no rider aids or anything like that. You were your own rider aid,
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, but I look at those simple machines and how elegant they were, and I'm like, yeah, that's the way. That's all you need. That's it. And music's kind of like that.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big nostalgia person. I tend to not like people that are just kind of like, oh, all the old shit's better than the new shit, blah blah blah. Like I don't really like.
No, a new motorcycle will outperform an old motorcycle.
Yeah, it's like a lot of new shit is better than old shit. It's like I would be the first to admit that. And just coming from shit that I know about, like horror movies and stuff, people are like, oh, only the old horror movies are good. It's like a lot of them are good, but it's like there's a lot of good new ones too. It's like if you would just give them a chance and not be so cranky about it. And as a matter of fact, like a lot of really fucking good movies have come out like in the last 10 years or whatever. You just can't be that way. You can't be like an old fucking boomer about it.
No.
So,
things progress.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, that's okay if you prefer the older shit. Like, I usually prefer, like, older music, but I like a lot of new music, too.
Well, but I would say, I know Jen and her thinking very well. We've been together for fucking ever, you know what I mean? Just because it's old doesn't mean it's good. We were there.
No, yeah. A lot of the shit
There was a lot of shit fucking sucked.
And it was terrible.
And it's forgotten.
Yeah.
What's being remembered is the best.
Yeah.
Of the old stuff.
That's the only reason. It's like a bias because only the best shit survived. Like for people to still I grew up during the 80s. He grew up during the 80s and the 70s. And it's like a lot of shit, TV shows, music, all this stuff. A lot of that shit came out and it was horrible.
Horrible.
But the only reason people don't like get all, and jerk off about it now is because nobody remembers it it sucked.
It's forgotten.
It sucked. And a lot of shit was like that. A lot.
So today isn't that different. There's a lot of shit that's coming out that's just garbage. But there is good shit that will be remembered.
Yeah.
And fucking, look. They'll remember the series Fallout and the video game. That shit was good.
There is so much good shit out nowadays.
Yeah, the substance. That'll be a classic.
What a great fucking movie that was.
That was a wild flick.
I saw that. We saw that in the theater. And I was like, this...
Yeah.
You know how I know they like to throw around the phrase like instant classic? That is an instant classic.
Yeah.
Instant.
Yeah, if that came out in the 70s, you'd still be talking about it now.
Yeah, that would have blown people's minds.
Yeah. So that's a good one.
That's a great fucking movie.
So some of the shit that comes out today is good. It's great. But it's just like it always was. It's always that fucking top 10%.
It's always the same.
It's always that top 10%.
It's just that we have the benefit of hindsight.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Right.
It's like people now. So the minute somebody starts complaining, nothing good comes out anymore. Everything sucks now. Blah, blah, blah. It's just kind of like you don't know where to look or you're too cranky to like watch new shit because you're just too old, I guess. I don't really want to have that attitude, Yeah. It's like there's always good shit coming out. You just got to find it.
It's always that top 10%.
Yeah.
That's good. And it was always and a lot of the shit that fucking ended up being, for instance, this is a good one, Black Sabbath.
There you
go. When Black Sabbath came out, that was some obscure shit when it first came out. And it was great. People recognized it. It ended up being in the top 10% of what was being produced. Eventually, when Ozzy started to fucking do his shit, he did good shit too. But over time, it started to become mundane also. Okay, so it was around for a long time based upon what happened before, but a lot of Ozzy's shit was mundane.
Yeah,
he did every album he put out had some good songs on it, but they weren't and they could maybe be memorable. But a lot of that shit that was on that album would never be memorable or classic.
I mean, if anything is remembered 40, 50 years later, there's a reason why it's remembered.
Right.
So some of the stuff was probably not as good.
So even the shit that you remembered as being great and classic, that particular artist really couldn't maintain that level of excellence over time.
Well,
even though you liked him.
Yeah, nobody
didn't mean he was a bad guy. Didn't mean, it just meant that.
Yeah, that just means, bands I love more than anything. Yeah. It's like, all of them have put out a song where I'm like, man, I'm just going to skip that one. You know what I mean? Everybody.
Yeah.
You know, there's not, people are just humans. It's not, no one can come up with like a fucking winner every time.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, just...
I will say that I'm trying to think of like
what's
bands.
changed now is the medium.
Yeah.
Now, movies aren't the main attraction, and record albums and, you know, shit like that, that's not the main. Now it's social media and video games. And series on Netflix and other kinds of series that are good. But what's funny is that they will revive great music. Like, you know, that fucking horror movie that you're watching now, the fucking Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Brings back fucking all
They
this,
put Kate Bush back
song.
in the fucking charts.
You're like, yeah, that was a great song. Yeah, that was a great song. On
one of the episodes I watched last night, they had the fucking Butthole Surfers in there. Yeah. They were playing a Butthole Surfer song.
Yeah.
In Stranger Things. And in the first episode of season 5, the character Jonathan, he had a t-shirt on of The Fall that had the cover of Ben Sinister on it.
Yeah.
Which is period appropriate because it's set in 1987. That's when that album came out. And he's the guy that's kind of into what was then like really obscure because I guess The Fall are still pretty obscure. But he was like real into the Clash and stuff. I saw that shirt and I just about wet my pants. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. And now
the Duffer Brothers are fucking rad. That is so awesome.
On the back of that, you have people that are in their late teens, early 20s, having nostalgia for the 80s era, an era that they never lived in.
Yeah.
But no, I totally understand it.
I understand.
I watch it. I get that feeling too. The thing is that living in the 80s at that time wasn't actually like that.
Not quite.
They're showing you the best of those times.
Yeah, they're not showing you all those shitty.
They're not showing you the downsides of the times.
Because a lot of it was kind of sucky.
You couldn't find the clothes you liked.
No.
And if you did find them, they were so much money that you couldn't afford them. Because they'd start to scalp you over a pair of boots that like those boots.
I bought all my shit from Goodwill back in the day because that's all I could afford. Dress for $2? Thank you. Yeah. I'll take that.
Yeah. You couldn't find cool clothes.
No.
No.
You just had to make do.
There was no Amazon. There was no fucking...
You'd buy, like I said, you'd buy some old lady's like black lace dress from Goodwill for $2 or $3 and then you would like alter it.
Yeah.
That's like all you could do.
Yeah. Just my fucking bullshit wardrobe that I fucking have here, which is good. If I were to take that back in the fucking 80s, I'd have been a superstar.
Yeah, you'd look like a fucking rock star back then.
Whoa, you must be a rock star. Because they couldn't get that shit. These boots would put me over the top. These new rock boots.
Yeah.
Fucking, they'd be like, whoa.
Dave is here. He said he used to have to go to Infinite Mushroom just to find a damn rock poster. Yeah. I remember those days.
Yeah.
Man, I remember Infinite Mushroom. Yeah. Like, I grew up in Daytona. We had Atlantic Sounds, which is kind of the same kind of thing. It was on Beach Street. It might still be there. I'm not really sure. I haven't been in Daytona for a long time. But they had, like, that's where I got all my... They had those giant posters. Like, they were, like, fucking 3 feet by 6 feet.
Yeah.
And they had the Smiths. I had a whole bunch of Smiths ones. I had that Morrissey one. You remember the cover of the single of Suede Head that was like gold foil?
Yeah.
I had that, but it was massive. And it's like they were like $10 or something like that. I had so many of those. I had a Cure when I had the cover of Head on the door. I had all of that. I don't know what happened to
you youngsters. What was better was our friendships. We didn't have social media and dating apps. We had to meet people face to face. There was face-to-face game, and you had lots of friends that you hung out with, and we didn't have the same social risks as young people have. Like, for instance, nowadays you do something wrong,
you could get away with a lot more back then because no one would find out about it.
Yeah, you could do some shit. People didn't have phones with cameras
filming your ass,
and that they could fucking like
look. She got so drunk she like laid down and shit herself.
Yeah, and then they go, and then see what this bitch did, and she did this and that, and then fucking doxing you. We didn't have that.
No. It was a lot safer.
It was a lot safer, so you could really act a fool, and it was fucking fun. And people, we had a lot larger fucking window of acceptability than I think younger people do. It's almost kind of like the younger people are living in like a 1984 fucking total control zone with fucking Big Brother watching you or something, and they're ratting each other out.
Well, I mean, it is kind of watching you because everybody is watching with the phones. You didn't really have that back then.
Yeah, we didn't have that back then. So
I didn't really think about it because I didn't really do anything terrible.
But one thing that I will attest to, and fucking Dave will tell you, we had really good social skills. Face-to-face social skills.
Well, you did.
We had game.
I did.
Most people, you do. You do now.
Well, I do now.
But that was all built on the back of that shit anyway. We had good face-to-face social skills.
Back then I didn't.
We had game. I had game by the time I was 16. I had game. I was developing game at 14. And I was... It wasn't the kind of game where, fucking pick-up artist game. I just fucking understood diplomacy.
Yeah.
And,
That's a pretty good distinction.
Yeah, and not pick-up art bullshit. Because
that's all fakey.
Yeah, they saw through that even back then.
Well, yeah, because it's really stupidly obvious.
Yeah, the pick-up
shit doesn't work. It didn't work back then.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work now.
Well, it might work now because people don't have the same social skills they used to have.
I don't know, though, because now everybody knows about it. So it's like, I kind of feel like all that negging bullshit and all of that, everybody immediately recognizes.
We understood diplomacy and friendship, and we actually had loyalty. We watched out for each other and covered for each other. It was kind of like in some ways, I want to say it's a better time because I think some people still do it now. Yeah. It's just
most people still do it now.
We knew who your online friends are not your real friends.
No, you need like
that's the problem.
IRL. You need
you got to meet
real
people.
Life.
You got to meet them and fucking talk to them and before some people
they
online,
will watch your back.
Some people online, that's a kindred spirit just by the way they're talking. Yeah. But you cannot make friends online just cold like that, like these kids are trying to do. That's not how you do it.
Well, you're never sure if you meet them in real life. If
you meet them, you don't know who they are.
Like, yeah. Because, like I said, just for another example, like we talked about it a couple weeks ago, we were at Abyss one night and we got locked out of our car, and
an entire fucking army of people helping us.
Yeah. 3 people. Yeah. Just came out, and immediately they were going to be there all night. We were going to figure this out. And I was like, you guys really do not have to stay. They're like, no. We're going to figure this out. We'll either call you an Uber or we're going to get into your car or something. They were just like staying there. And that's kind of like, and we didn't even, we know them, but we don't know them that well. But we know them in person because we've seen them, at the clubs. So the fact that they will just immediately like jump to another person's, to help another person, that actually says, and like I said, if you just know somebody online, you can get to know people online, but you kind of have to hang out with them like in person a few times, like to really get a sense of what they're like in real life, because they could tell you anything online, David Brown says, I used to live in Edgewater. Oh, shit, which was about 20 minutes from me. Yes, I know exactly where that is. Yeah, I grew up in Holly Hill, which is a suburb of Daytona. Would you even call it a suburb? I guess. But I lived there I was born in Daytona Beach. I was born in Halifax Hospital, matter of fact. Lived there most of my life. I lived in the UK back and forth like for a little while, like because I was married before and my first husband was British, Welsh specifically. So I lived in Wales just back and forth for a few years. And then after we came back, I moved to, when I was still married to my first husband, we moved to Tampa. And then we moved to Clearwater because I got a job over there, but I got freaked out because it was full of Scientologists and I didn't love it. So then we came back to Daytona, and then after I broke up with my husband, I moved to the Orlando area. Like I lived in Oviedo. I lived in Winter Park. I lived like a bunch. And then me and him moved in together. So that was how that worked out. But I've lived in pretty Central Florida pretty much my entire life.
What's up, Oscar? He's saying the video I posted earlier was fucking nice. He's talking about the video of fucking Amy showing her tits.
With the tits or the motorcycle?
Yeah, well, I suppose it too, yeah.
Oh.
No, Amy was getting all that damn perfume all over me, and I said, man, I'm going to fucking tell my wife on her fucking like that. She's like this.
Yes, make somebody.
Yeah, because they know each other.
Yeah, I know. She lives across the street from us.
Yeah, right across the street. Yeah.
She works at the Oasis. She's the bartender.
Yeah.
So, but she lives across the street.
Yeah.
And
I tried to get her to. So you need to come to Clubhouse tomorrow. She says, I don't know, y'all are kind of fancy.
Yeah, she said we were too classy.
You guys are all kind of classy, yeah.
And I messaged Tom back. I'm like, are we classy? This is the first time.
Yeah.
I don't think we're very classy.
I was trying to take her. She goes, come on to the new wave fucking night with us, man. In the '80s, you gotta have fun. And she goes, yeah, but you're driving all that way on that crash rocket. And I says, no, we're gonna be in a car.
In a car. We're not going on a motorcycle.
Oh, okay, yeah. She thought we were going on motorcycles.
Oh. Is that why we're too classy? Because we're going in a car?
Yeah, at first. And then she's like, yeah. Okay. Which, I don't know. Maybe she thinks she can't afford it there.
I will, it is a little steep.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. And I said,
because
because you know how to contact me. And says, yeah, but you never fucking answer. Because she never goes on her phone.
Oh, okay.
She's one of those, yeah.
I never do.
Like, oh, yeah.
I never do either.
Well, go to her fucking house.
Get
in the car, bitch. Yeah.
Like I said, she lives across. She literally lives across the street.
Yeah, she lives on a farm, on her dad's farm.
Well, like not literally across the street, but she lives across the street from our neighborhood or our complex, and we live like right near the entrance of the complex, so it's almost across the street.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's funny as shit. But it's like I thought that was funny because Tom messaged me when he was at the bar.
Yeah.
And he sent me like a video of her, and he was like, "Come to the club with us." Well, you guys are too classy.
Yeah, you guys are too classy.
And I was like,
for me.
Are we classy?
Yeah. I don't know what she's talking about.
It's the first time I've ever been called that, but okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It's like, well, I'm not really sure.
She got intimidated.
It might go really well. It might go really badly. I'm not really sure how it will go. You know?
Hook her ass up with one of them fucking dudes that's there. Hook her ass up with Bobby.
Oh, now her and Bobby would probably get along.
Hell yeah, her and Bobby. Yeah, Bobby's a fucking jacked dude with long hair. He's he's a little bit younger than me. He still looks really good. He kind of looks like like fucking what's his name? Fucking like a young Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, it's
like Sammy Hagar.
It's very Anvil.
Yeah,
energy.
like Anvil, Sammy Hagar. Those two would be great.
He's a nice dude though.
Yeah, real nice. Yeah.
He was. I hadn't seen him in a while, but he came out last Saturday.
Yeah.
To Memento Mori.
Yeah.
And
he gets so drunk he becomes nonsensical though. I said, "What the fuck are you talking about? Because you all are great."
He loves us.
Yeah,
He's
we've known that dude for about 20 years.
You guys love each other.
Yeah.
You guys love each other.
Yeah,
he was like doing that while we were leaving out the patio, and I was just like, cool, whatever. But like, you know what I mean? He's funny though. He brought some friend with him. Who was that friend that he brought?
His friend he's a dude. He's a little bit younger than me. He was an ex-male stripper.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You showed me the picture.
He showed up because this was me. I don't even know this dude. Out of the blue.
Yeah.
Just goes, that was me.
Well, Bobby probably told you.
But yeah, Bobby, he was with Bobby.
All about you.
Yeah, and fucking, he just showed up because that was me, and I'm looking at him, and he's fucking all.
Because you're like kind of famous, so.
Yeah, he's.
We're not famous. It's just that.
Yeah.
Word gets around, and they're like, "Hey, talk to those people."
Yeah, and fucking, he showed me a picture of himself, fucking from the photo shoot thing. He's in his fucking G-string and his fucking 6-pack, and he's all fucking like that.
And I was like, "Wait, that's you?"
And I'm going, "You were in an all-male review?" And he goes, "Yeah, I was a stripper." I says, "You look great, man." Because how old are you now? I go, this and that. And he goes, what were you on? He goes, "Oh, I wasn't on nothing." I said, "Man, fucking you done it." Okay, yeah, I was on test. I was on fucking DECA and shit like that. And I says, "Well, what happened, man? Why aren't you still on it?" "Well, I'm old." And I said, "How old are you?" And he's like younger than me. And I said, "Man, no." I'll start shaming him. To get back on gear, get back and start fucking. Get back on gear, get back in the gym, bro. Says, you get all that back. He says, "You think so?" He says, "Dude, I know so. Look at me. I'm older than you. You'll get all that back." Oh, because they're from another. Dudes don't have any information. They listen to what other guys say. No, you can be in your 60s or 70s and get fucking jacked as a motherfucker if you're in good shape. If you start off as in decent shape, you go on gear. Oh no, you can look fantastic quickly, especially if you have a background in it. And I said, if you look like that, you get all that back within about 5 years. And he's like, really? And he says, yeah, you could probably get more because you really don't even know what you're doing. If you were to like double, triple up, you'd be great. And he started thinking about it. He's like, yeah, I don't know, you know. There's always, they always want to puss out. So you don't want to be hot again. You don't want to be hot again.
I'm just going to say.
Yeah, okay.
Generally, and I'm not targeting anyone specifically. Yeah. Generally, dudes are kind of lazy. They're lazy. They're low effort.
Low effort motherfuckers. Yeah.
Dudes are low effort.
Yeah. Low effort.
The minimum amount of effort they can expend.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do, and it doesn't just apply to fitness. It applies to everything.
Yeah.
You know, they do not want to make an effort. I don't know, like doing shit for holiday or like buying people presents or nothing like that. But it's like they don't want to have to like go outside of their comfort zone for anything if they don't have to.
Well, what happened to a dude like that?
Not everybody, but a lot of them are.
What happened to a dude like that is that he had his little journey, lasted him a few years, and he didn't know exactly why it was working or what to do, and then he kind of like gave up on it. All right, and now his test levels are low, so he doesn't have the volition or the drive.
Yeah.
You got to go on test. And when you go on test, you feel better, and all of a sudden the volition and the drive gets better. So then you start working, and then you start working out, and then you start putting on more gear, and all of a sudden you go, hey, I'm making a comeback. Yeah, you made a comeback because you feel better.
Yeah.
You feel better because you had that test.
It's a whole, like...
Yeah, it's like a cycle.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle. Yeah.
Like, once you don't have that anymore, you just feel like, I'm just going to coast.
Yeah, so when you're in a position like me, and you're looking at these dudes who really could be something, and they were something in the past, you want to fucking slap them.
Yeah.
You go, boom, snap out of it, dude.
I mean, they're adults, you can't make them do shit, but
you just want to inject it into them, and you go, you're going to feel better in a couple weeks, all right? Come back in a couple weeks, you know? Because in a couple weeks, you go, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, okay. And then fucking you can get them jump-started. But I don't know.
Like I said,
there are personality differences.
Generally, dudes are very low effort.
When I started feeling bad, when I started getting late 40s and started feeling bad, I did the research to try to figure out why. And because there's a male menopause. Yeah. It's called adrenopause. Androgenopause, I think. I can't pronounce shit. I just read it. Okay. And
I know
so it's like, okay, my test levels are low. So I just started injecting tests, and all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, I feel great now. Okay, let's get to this. Let's progress.
Yeah.
Why regress and die when I can progress?
Yeah.
And I'll die eventually, but I want to die strong.
Everybody does.
Going to die, and everybody's going to die. You know. Well, the risks and man, shut your pussy ass up. Biggest risk is getting fat and dying. That's your biggest risk. You're getting fat, old, quick, weak, and dying.
Like
that's
once
the
you're
risk.
old, like what have you got to lose? Honestly.
Yeah, but that might do something to your prostate. Man, fucking bend over. Let me show you what your prostate's all about. Get a big ass fucking horse dick. There's your fucking prostate, bitch. Don't worry about your fucking prostate, dude. You only got fucking 20 years left. All right?
Yeah, you're fine.
Shut the fuck up, you old man. Take the shit, get in the gym. Fucking prostate.
Well, see, it's kind of like... It's not the same for me because, I'm not a dude, obviously, but it's just kind of like I get shit done because of my anxiety. And I always feel like if I don't do this, that, the other thing, if I don't get all that done, then I suck and I didn't accomplish anything and blah, 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 which is a sucky feeling to have, but I don't want to, take any medication for it or anything like that because then I feel like I would never get anything done. I would just lay around doing nothing. So it's probably better to just be anxious all the time but actually get shit done than just feel better and not get anything done. You know? I know that's kind of fucked up, but that's kind of the way I look at it. David Brown said, when I lived in Florida, a ticket to Disney was $28.
Yeah.
Now it's over $200. Yeah, when I bought tickets for us to go to Animal Kingdom, I think it was $300 and something for 2 tickets.
It's no joke. $150 each. Well, they're trying to de-ghettoify the shit. You got to have money to get in there, and they're not a real efficient business anyway. They're not about serving the motherfucker. They're about making grifting off of, which you do the same thing. you have all these certain tourists that have come from around the world to come to these parks.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you're going to charge them,
of course.
And the higher that price is, the better it is for them because it keeps the riffraff out.
To be honest with you,
profit.
It's like it costs a lot to get in. But me and my sister were talking about this when we were at Animal Kingdom.
It actually works out.
You know, people were bitching and moaning about, oh, the food and it's so expensive at Disney. It's really not. Like, the food in Disney and Animal Kingdom and stuff is the same as you would pay at a comparable restaurant outside of Disney. It's just, you do have to pay more to get in there, but they usually, like, give you deals on other shit, like hotels and restaurants and stuff. So, you know, like I said, if you don't want to go, don't go. It's not that big a deal. It's like, I had a good time, but it is expensive, you know. Like I said, they are trying to keep the riffraff out. CB said, that's why my girlfriend stopped doing fetish videos, because the guy showed up looking for her, and he was more creepy than his video requests.
Yeah, that happened to fucking
I was gonna say
Aleda.
That's immediately who I thought of. I thought of Aleda. Yeah, this is his ex-girlfriend. She's married now. Like
I introduced her to husband.
Yeah, like that was a long time ago.
Yeah, cute girl, very friendly.
She's super sweet. I love her.
Yeah, fucking. She's always trying to hook up too.
Yeah,
but fucking, they're going through it. They had an addiction problem recently though. They're trying to kick all that shit.
Yeah, like they scared the crap out of us. Like she posted this really weird.
Thought she was trying to kill herself or something.
Man, she posted this really weird, vague shit like on social media, and we're like, "What? Oh my god, what the hell is the matter? Like, what's going on?" We thought the worst.
Yeah, but
she sent this weird like group message to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But we didn't know what she was talking about.
Yeah, but Aleta and Tony fucking are in the fetish scene. They go to Secrets, which is a swingers
resort.
resort type thing, and they do porn. And one of the things that one of the clients that they had that was asking for this weird custom porn was that he was into this fucking drowning fetish.
A drowning fetish, yeah.
So they would make these videos that was simulating Tony drowning her in a fish tank.
Yeah.
And he would do several of them. They did a bunch of them. They were expensive. A bunch of edits to make it look like she was underneath the water for a long time.
I mean, that's a very specialty. I would charge a lot for that shit, too.
Yeah. She came out of her house one day, and that dude was standing there.
Oh my god, I would shit.
And she was like, "Whoa, whoa!" And she's, "I was just making sure you were all right." She's like, "Oh, you get out of here." Yeah, weird.
I want to make sure it wasn't really snuff porn.
Yeah.
It's like even though I was kind of getting off on it, thinking it was snuff porn.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure you were actually still alive. She's like, "Yeah, I'm alive. Get the fuck out of my fucking yard." You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why. That's one of the. I didn't have anything bad happen to me like that. Like during the brief time that we did that shit, but That's
they
one of the
come fuck with us, man. Fucking not with.
That's one of the occupational hazards. Is that
they try to hunt you down.
Yeah, and it's like you never know, like what weirdos are like watching your stuff.
I'm trying to pull up,
especially if it's like really niche, because they did some like really niche fetish stuff.
Yeah.
That's who we're talking about. That's later.
And and you never know, like who's watching your stuff, and there could be all it takes is like one or two weirdos. Yeah. You know. And to find out where you live, which is not really that hard to do nowadays. But you know, I don't worry about it too much, but I mean, I realize it could happen, but like I said, if anybody showed up at our house, tell them you shoot your face off.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucked up. Like that's them. That's them.
Like
right
in a microsecond. So
that was them.
You get in the door, and he would just come over the stairs and just shoot your face.
That's Tony and Aleta, friends of ours. That was around the time all that was going on. They were making those videos,
and they're a great couple. And they're both
I like them. I like them a lot.
Yeah, and it's so we were like, dude, that's your ex. Yeah, I have. I'm friends with pretty much all my exes.
But see, in a way, like up to a point, I consider that a green flag.
Yeah.
Because if you're kind of the kind of person that's like, oh, all my exes are crazy or they'll hate you.
No, I'm friends with them.
I'm just kind of like, well, there's probably a reason. But it's like you were friends, but you don't like obsess over them, or it's not like a thing where it's like, oh, you're still thinking about them as your ex or whatever. But you're just like you're still friends with them.
In the scene, when you're dating people inside the goth scene, it's kind of like a neutral zone. You have to understand.
It's hard to avoid running into your exes.
Yeah, it's a neutral zone. You go, well, we're going to go out with this person. If it doesn't work out, we got to remain friends because we're going to see each other.
Because you're going to see each other all the time.
Yeah, right. So the entire dynamic of the relationship is different from day one. And then as it goes on, and we were together for probably 6 months, it just really fucking... The chemistry just wasn't there. It was kind of like mutual that the chemistry was. But we were still friends.
Yeah.
You know?
She's an awesome person. I really like her.
And so, we still lived together, basically. But then we were still going out to the club. Even though, at that time, I was a bar manager for a fucking farm. A horse farm. And she was living in one of the groom apartments. We rented out to her, so we lived separately, but on the same facility,
like the same area.
We still went to the club together.
Yeah,
we didn't give a shit, and fucking we were dating other people. Well, I fucking started messing around with this chick who was a Disney princess, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was taking her from fucking Tony, who he was dating her. He got mad. I said, "Don't get mad. Look. Let me introduce you to a fucking really cool chick. I live with. Fucking, I didn't know.
Right.
And I introduced her to her later. And they ended up getting married.
Yeah. And they're still together.
They're still together.
They've been together longer than we have.
Yeah. Longer. And they're a good couple.
Matter of fact.
What's good about them is that they know the deal. They like each other. But they're both kind of like... They like to swing and date other people but they're under each other's observation. The only thing I think is a little bit strange is that Tony will go out on dates with these girls and not take Aleda with her. I'm not into that. Fucking if you got a girlfriend or a wife and shit, and you're gonna fool around with some chick, your wife has to be into that too. Everybody has to do everything together.
Yeah, I don't really see the point of... Well, like I said, I'm not in anybody's relationship. Whatever works for other people.
Yeah, it doesn't bother them. It doesn't bother them.
They're fine with it.
It doesn't bother them.
I'm just kind of like, okay, it's none of my business, obviously.
I just got to put myself in the chick's shoes. And I'm like, what would happen if fucking I'm sitting here and then and Jen's gonna go out on some date with some dude. They're gonna go and I'm gonna stay home. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Being left out.
I would never do that.
Yeah,
like the one time, like I said, the one time I went out without you.
Yes, because I was out of town.
You were in Mississippi, like with your dad when he had the bypass, and I wasn't gonna go.
I told her to go.
It was memento mori.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm just gonna stay home. No, just go. And I was like, really? I don't really want to go by myself. Yeah, but
that's not the same thing, though.
But it's like I went and then Dimitri and Jen were like, oh, come on, you can hang out with us. It's fine. So I just went by myself. I hung out in the DJ booth with them pretty much all night, and then I came home by myself.
Yeah.
But I had a good time.
But that's not the same thing as what Tony would be doing.
No. Well, I wouldn't do that.
He'd be running off with some chick. And
I can't imagine.
Spend a partying with her and then spend a night with her and then come back the next morning.
I can't imagine. I know some people are into that. It's like, it's not... I'm not judging.
Yeah, she might be into that.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, if other people are into that, that's fine. It's just, it's not really our thing.
They get cucked out over it, fucking, but,
It's not
really.
They're like,
oh, you're back. Where you been, bitch? We're gonna fuck now. But, I'm gonna reclaim this shit. Some people are into that.
Yeah, and I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I'm just really not into that. Like I said, me and Tom are kind of like, well, I think you feel this way, but it's like, I also kind of feel like you're kind of like, I don't know, you're kind of like an appendage. You're like my arm.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm not,
we're a team.
Yeah, so if I'm not with you, it feels really weird.
Yeah, it does. We've been hanging out for so long together. And anytime we ever fucking did anything sideways, we were doing that shit together.
Yeah, it was a mutual. Hey, let's. You know what I mean?
Let's fuck this shit.
Let's get all up in this.
Yeah.
No one was doing anything behind anyone's back or anything like that. No. We just don't really.
It was all on the up and up.
Yeah,
and it was all with fucking women we knew and liked.
Yeah, like I can't imagine doing anything without you there.
Yeah.
That would be really weird.
It's weird, dude.
It'd be really weird.
When some
like I said, it'd be like leaving a body part at home.
And then there are some normies like, no, that's weird that a couple is there. No, I can understand that you might think that's weird. There are women out there that would prefer it because it's more safe.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's less invasive for them.
Well, and we think of
and
it
these
that
are
way
bisexual
too.
girls, you know, that would be like that. So it's just a different way of looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're not, because here's the thing, like, we're not trying to take anybody. Yeah, we're not trying to step on anybody's dick. We're not trying to like. Yeah. We would never mess with anybody that was in a relationship with someone else that was like sneaking around. We would never do that.
Yeah, another thing is that just because you start dating some chick, that doesn't mean you're going to stop her from finding her person.
Yeah,
because a lot of times we're trying to hook them up.
Yeah.
So because everybody wants their own person.
Yeah.
It's just more.
It's like, look, if you want to have a good time in the interim,
it's temporary shit,
then we can do that. But we're not trying to like make you stay with us. We're not
put
trying
a ring on your finger.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, and that never works. And fucking the other couples that do that, they're kind of like that. Although that fucking what's her name? They kind of like they're possessive a little bit of them.
Yeah.
But not that much. Although they may have evolved away from that.
I mean, I don't get that way.
What's funny is that as soon as they broke up with that chick, she friended both of us.
Yeah, I noticed.
Did you notice that? Yeah. I wonder what happened to her.
I don't know.
Yeah. She tried to dive in on that. She was a serial couple dater.
Yeah. Yeah, like some people are into that, which,
Yeah.
But like I said, we're not.
That was very odd, though. They broke up, and the next thing you know.
Yeah.
Fucking, we got friend requests from her.
Like I said, I like girls and everything, but it's like I'm not taking anyone away from their pursuit of their person or anything like that. Like I said, if you just want to have fun, it's like no strings attached or something like that, then, call us up. You don't have to. If you want to, that's cool. It's like we're not staking any claims over you or nothing like that. So, so we have our person already. So we're not trying to take anybody else's. We're not trying to do that. So I think that's kind of why... It's probably why we get a lot of shit thrown our way, because we don't do that. I would never take somebody else's or try to move in on somebody else's territory or whatever the fuck. I would never do that. That's fucking rude. So, but if people are open to it, and honestly, I don't usually initiate shit. I will chill out and I will just like, I will kind of let it be known that it's like, hey, if you're up for anything, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to, but if we're out at the club and it's like, but if they come to me, then, maybe we could do some shit. But it's like, I'm not coming to you though. You gotta come to me. I don't initiate. So that way I know that it's like, I'm not imposing on anybody. So, cause I really don't like to do that. CB says, the only ex I hate is the one before the girlfriend I'm with now because she got caught fucking her uncle.
Who?
Well,
where is this?
CB said.
CB said what?
The only ex I hate is the one before the girlfriend I'm with now because she got caught fucking her uncle.
Man.
I don't have anything that twisted in my back.
Yeah, that's some creepy shit.
I don't really...
That's some kinky shit, man.
I don't hate my ex-husband even. Like, because I was married, most of you guys know, but I was married before for 14 years. And I don't really feel anything.
Yeah.
Towards, like, one way or the other. It was a long time ago, and I don't really think about him one way or the other. It was a nice time, but shit happens,
People change.
Yeah, and I don't really care one way or the other about it anymore. Like, I don't wish him.
They were together a long time. That was
I don't wish him any ill will.
Yeah.
He wasn't a shithead to me really, or we just kind of grew apart. It happens. So
they were together for a long time. And they got together young, and just shit changed over time. And
that's all it was.
He changed, she changed.
That's all it was.
Very normal.
So,
and a lot of times there'd be a kid involved. There was no kid involved, which that might be a good thing.
Well, yeah, thankfully, like I said.
But the kid would be grown by now, grown and gone. So.
Yeah, I mean, neither one of us were really that head up about having kids.
Yeah.
So we just never did.
What time is it anyway?
It's early. It's only 9:14.
Okay.
I'm gonna go pee and then maybe get another drink.
Yeah.
It's empty.
It's empty. Oh shit! You're gonna have to make you a drink.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go to the restroom.
Thank you, I will.
Yeah, go ahead and go.
Thank you.
Tomorrow we're gonna go out.
No.
I can't wait to go to the club. Fucking Friday. And doing these shows and drinking. always kind of like revving up the engine. I'm like, man, fucking tomorrow's gonna be fucking great. Cause I like Saturdays here, man. Florida Saturdays, fucking great club nights. I got the car ready and everything, all fucking clean and polished. Put my stereo on. Drive all the way down there. We'll see what I'm gonna wear. I'll probably wear something similar to what I have now. I don't know. Last time I went, I was wearing that damn leather vest. Try to figure out what kind of fucking boots I'm gonna wear. It's gonna be cool. Where's Seth? Seth still with us? Where you at, girl? Okay, horror fences. My ex and her uncle got 18 months in prison for incest. They'll actually charge people for that shit?
Wow.
Here they probably wouldn't even actually charge you. They would just shame you. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's going, her own uncle, man. That's fucking twisted shit. So both of them got disowned by the family, yeah. DVD Dragon says, Tom ain't sitting in no cuck chair. No, fuck no. Fuck no. I ain't sitting in no cuck chair. I'm gonna jump in. You crazy? So if you're some dude trying to get in this shit, you better be ready. I'm gonna fuck you. I'll be back there like that. Like that. And I'll tell you what, 90% of you motherfuckers gonna run. Yeah, 90% of you motherfuckers gonna run. Especially when I put, she's laughing. Especially when I pull this shit out. You're like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah.
That's not going in your booty.
Yeah. Kevin, what's up, buddy? Hey, how you doing, Mom?
Hey, what's up?
Let me go ahead and make another drink myself.
All right.
It's time to fucking get the Dr. Topper.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, Dr. Topper.
I didn't even know you had the Dr. Topper.
Oh,
You
yeah,
hid it like next to the fridge. I made a whole ass pot of coffee because I thought we didn't have any soda. And he was at the biker bar and I was like, shit, we don't have any soda. And I didn't really want to drive and get any. So, even though it's literally like, it's like a 2-minute drive down the street, but I'm too lazy to do that. So, I just made a huge ass thing of coffee. But yeah, I don't, I'll wait till Tom gets back. I don't think he's, I don't know. I don't know if I'd call it cuck. I don't know. I'll ask him when he comes back. We talk about this kind of shit all the time, but it's like, I'm not really sure how much fucking he wants to talk about. Counterlog said, my fiance's coworker and her sister go to Disney at least 3 times a year. My sister does too. So you have to watch her dog. I can only imagine how much they spend each year. They got me a Chewbacca Life Day figure for Christmas. Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, my sister goes. She's from here, obviously, but she lives in Atlanta now. And she comes down probably 2 or 3 times a year. That's like her big vacation. She comes down and she usually comes down 5 days, 7 days, whatever. And she'll try to stay in a different resort each time, so she can experience all different things. And then she gets like a multi-day. She has like a annual pass, so it's like a lot cheaper for her. And like I said, my brother used to work at Animal Kingdom, and he still has passes where so many people can get in for free and all that other kind of stuff. David Brown said, imagine having to tell people you spent 18 months in prison on incest charges. Yeah, I mean, was it worth it? Really? I mean, man, there's so many other people you could be fucking. I don't really understand why you have to, like, keep it in the family in that way. I can't imagine. I have a lot of uncles, and I'm just thinking about, ew. No, I was talking about the cuck chair. Mm-hmm. I was just kind of like, I feel like you're not, just hypothetically, you don't seem averse to, like, other dudes fucking me. Like, and you watching it, but not in a cuck sort of way.
It would have to be in a fucking just gangbang.
Probably.
Yeah. It'd just be a fucking free-for-all.
Yeah. You kind of seem to like the idea of that.
Because I'm not into the cuck mentality. I'm into the fucking outward fucking just. Yeah, let's fuck.
Because I feel like cuck is a specific thing where
being kind of like,
where the like other person is like fucking your wife or your girlfriend and like telling you how much you suck, and that you can't like satisfy her. And I'm doing it and shit like that. It's not really like that. So it's not really cuck fetish.
No,
technically, it's more like isn't it more like hot wife? That's more like hot wife.
I like hot wife though.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not necessarily cuck.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying those are two different things. Like the cuck fetish and the hot wife fetish are two different things.
You're not really a cuck queen.
Yeah.
You're more like a hot husband.
Mm-hmm.
Where you seeing your husband fucking some other chick and kind of that's hot.
Yeah, it's not so much. Yeah, see, David Brown said cuck is humiliation. I don't like humiliation.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
I don't like that aspect of it, and that's cuck.
Yeah.
Like, people get off on being humiliated by someone else fucking their partner and talking about how much they suck and how much they can't satisfy. We don't have that. We don't have that. It's like, it's different.
Me and Gramthers, I don't know if he's still here, but we all went to high school together. He knows the fucking deal. He knows the history between me and fucking my friend fucking Steve. Steve had this fucking pleasure palace that he built underneath his fucking basement. This fucking nice room and shit.
Welcome to the pleasure
And fucking we were in the drama club, drama program. And we were getting all the leads. We were fucking good actors. And we had all these female friends. And we were fucking them. And sometimes we'd fuck them together. Be in the car fucking, And we swap up. They weren't really our girlfriends. They were just girls we were dating.
Yeah.
So it didn't.
No one had like ownership.
Yeah, I don't come from a background of possession. I come from a background of plenty. Because I was popular. I was so cute. I was cuter when I was a kid. I was so cute. I didn't have any problem dating. So there were lots of women. I didn't ever feel that. Very rarely did I feel that like somebody was stealing a woman or losing. I didn't really have that. Those. That wasn't really kind of part of my upbringing. So to me, sex was always just a very positive experience. And I always, I guess you could say, relationship was also a positive experience, but there wasn't that kind of like a negative feeling of possession or. So I do have a concept of like cheating. I have that concept.
Yeah.
It's just that I came from a fucking background of free love. I guess that's a good way to put it.
But I mean, it's
wasn't.
not.
I didn't really think about it. It was just the way. It's just the way it was.
It's just that I mean, we both have a concept of cheating, and I think we're both on the same page about it. Mm-hmm. But I don't. You don't really have a sense of like me as a possession.
No,
someone's like taking away from.
No, and there's a big difference between somebody we don't know who's coming in and trying to predate, and say like couples that we came up with that we know.
Yeah.
And we're all having a fucking party, like fucking what's his name, etc.
Yeah.
What's his name? It would be a different dynamic.
Yeah.
That shit's been going on since forever. Back in the 70s, they're drinking and they're all, fucking all the couples in the hot tub, making out. It's just that. And I never really thought much about it. It's fucking what do you call it? It's like fucking Logan's Run in the Pleasure Dome.
Kinda. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't really. As long as everybody's doing it, it's all right.
Yeah.
There's no way to. I can't.
And like I said, it's not.
I can't explain it because normies categorize shit.
Well, it's not that we don't have boundaries. We do.
There's all kinds of boundaries. It has to do with mood. It has to do with mood and what the situation is and who's involved.
Because we talk about this a lot.
Not a lot,
but we know where each other's boundaries are.
We don't really even have to talk about it.
Not really. Like we kind of know. We
know what the deal is.
You know when you're fucking up. You know when you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
And you also know when something's not serious.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. So it's just kind of like I said, we've been together a long time. We've known each other a long time. We've known a lot of these people a long time. So it's just kind of like it's not really the same situation.
Yeah.
with like some new person coming in.
Yeah.
Disrupting the shit. Gramther says, I've had 3 women who loved me. High school girlfriend, Oregon girlfriend, and wife of 20 years. I'm grateful for that love, which I did not always deserve. Aw.
Yeah.
Really? You think you didn't? I mean, maybe you didn't. I don't know. I don't know you, but Tom knows you. Do you think you deserved it, Tom?
I don't know.
You don't know. Burley Kev says key party. That was such a 70s thing.
It was 70s thing, and that was key party was mostly between people that didn't know each other.
Yeah, which like I'd be weirded out about
fuck that.
I'd be weirded out about that. I'm kind of more like.
You see, another thing.
I get the appeal of it. I like intellectually I understand why it would be appealing. It's like, ooh, I don't know what's gonna happen, and it's like it's a bunch of strangers and blah blah blah. I get the appeal of that, but like on the ground, if you actually had to do that shit, I'd probably be like, nah, I'm ducking out.
where the shit was fucking going down was, you know, back in the early '80s. You're in Brazil. You, your friend, fucking, and another friend, and all your girlfriends smoking weed, listening to fucking music. You're all making out. You're all fucking in the same room together.
Yeah, it's just that.
That was really.
Yeah, that was very.
And you're all teenagers, and everybody looks good. You know what I mean? And fucking, you know, you're not going to marry each other because you're fucking 17.
Because you're 17, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't know each other that long, and then all of a sudden you keep going to these fucking things where you're getting high, smoking weed, listening to music, and all of a sudden you're like, well, let's swap up. That could happen because you're not really in a relationship.
Yeah.
And weird shit would happen, like the girls start making out. Like, yeah, you know.
And all the dudes were like,
then the dudes start jumping in. It was just a clusterfuck. Yeah. And we never really took the shit seriously. I think it's people that don't have a lot of sex take that shit seriously. But I just grew up doing that kind of shit. It just wasn't. I didn't even really notice it at the time.
It was just something that happened.
At the time you're like, yeah, okay.
Well, it's kind of the same. Like
it's like something out of a video.
I didn't do as much of that growing up, but it's just kind of like, you know, shit like that has happened in our thing, but it's not common. It's just kind of like.
Right.
It's just sort of happened in the moment.
Yeah, it's in the moment, and it doesn't really mean anything that's over. And what's weird is that it's not, I don't know, for people, I guess, didn't kind of grow up that way, it was never really a big deal. It wasn't really important. It really didn't mean anything, and it was not really a thing. We were all looking for relationships. But relationships didn't exclude all that. It's just it depended on what the situation. You're not writing it out. You're not even thinking about it. You're not thinking about it.
It's better when it's just kind of.
It's just It's just.
If you think about it too much, it's just kind of.
When it happens, it happens.
I mean, the most fun is just shit that happened and you didn't think about it ahead of time, and shit just
just shit happened.
Everybody got drunk and shit happened. And then everybody's like, yeah, that was fun, but you don't really talk about it again. Or if you do, you're just like, yeah, that was funny, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Remember that time?
I mean, there's shit that happened I forgot about.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because Tom's been around the block.
Yeah.
Many, many times.
Yeah, there was shit happening in Brazil.
His body count is exponentially larger than mine.
Yeah. It's 3 digits easy.
I mean, I have a relatively small.
Yeah.
Well, not even relatively small. I have a very small body count.
The thing is, though, is that I counted shit in the way that women don't count shit. Like, women only count probably that. Well, I don't count that guy because I didn't like him. No, I'm
not like that. I count everything.
Yeah, I counted everything, and fucking, as long as somebody got off, I counted it. It didn't have to be copulation. It could have just been oral. Could have been just a hand job.
I count that.
Yeah, I count that.
I count that.
Some shit gives you a hand job. I count that.
Well, I count anything that if someone I was in a relationship did that with someone else, I would consider it cheating. That I would count that.
Yeah.
You getting a hand job from another chick behind my back, yes, I would consider that cheating.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would count that.
Yeah, behind that you count it. Yeah.
I would count that.
I counted everything.
Yeah. So would I.
So I would say at least 100.
It's got. I mean, yeah, it's got to be from what you told me. Whereas I am.
But here's the thing. Guys don't. Some people might say, "Oh, you hoe," whatever. But guys don't really have the hoe thing, and I don't put the hoe thing on girls.
I mean, you shouldn't, because it's a double standard.
Have you ever heard me even fucking come close to that kind of shit? No. I don't care.
He does not slut shame.
I do not give a fuck. Matter of fact, if she has a pretty good body count, then I'm more accepting of her. Because I'm like, oh, okay. Then that means you know quality.
Yeah.
You know who's good. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm more into that. And I never had the virgin fact. I fucking actually dated virgins. Pain in the ass. Wanted nothing to do with them.
They are.
I dump them if they're virgin.
They are a pain in the ass. I don't really.
I took one virginity. Boy, a pain in the ass.
I don't understand the weird thing about taking someone's virginity. It's
that's a Muslim thing.
I guess
it's not really a Western thing. I don't give a shit. Only experienced women really are good. And they're going to get experience somehow, aren't they?
I mean, because everybody takes some time, but like no one's good at it right out of the gate.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so I don't have the Madonna...
It's like everything else. You got to learn what you're doing.
I don't have the Madonna whore complex.
No, you don't. Which is good, because a lot of dudes do have
that. I mean, shit. I don't want to say that I wouldn't marry a hooker. If I'd have to hear the story. There's a chance that
you have a good story.
Well, tell me how this happened, because I've told the story already before. Being in the army, being stationed in Korea, I'd go to the brothels. I showed Jen a whole video of the system that Korea had.
Yeah,
where it was military prostitution, backed by both governments. That was happening during that time.
Trying to keep the soldiers out of trouble.
Keep the soldiers out of trouble and to try to get every bit of money out of the soldiers' pocket and get it into the Korean population. Yep. And those were nice girls. They were nice girls. They were just doing a job like any other job. They were
it's just a job.
Trying to keep the rest of the Koreans safe and keep the fucking men locked up and busy. Yeah. And if I meet some chick like that and I found out she worked in a brothel, but I liked her anyway, you say, well, I can't date you because you worked in a brothel. No. I probably wouldn't. Oh, yeah. They were using my body. The military used my body the same way the military used your body, just different. Yeah. You were fucking for a living. I was fighting for a living.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, I'm fighting the old man's enemies, and you're fucking the old man's fucking soldiers.
Yeah.
That's
to keep them
fucking under control.
Rest of the population.
So is that what I would prefer? No. But if I met some chick and fucking I liked her,
and she was awesome,
and she was awesome, and fucking
you
found out like okay, well that's past, that's gone. Yeah, it's not like all these dudes jumped in through that pussy, it's worn out. No, that's not how pussies work. Pussies don't work that way. Pussies don't work that way.
In case you didn't know,
you're right. And the chances are, is if she likes you after she's been through that, then
man, you must really be something.
All right? Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Because look, she's had a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And she still thinks you're awesome. And you stand out.
And you're standing out of the crowd. Yeah.
So man.
Yeah.
I would think that would count for something. Mm-hmm. You would think.
Yeah, as long as she's just not doing that for a living.
Well, and I will be honest. Yeah. I kind of thought that because you saw me that way, because you've been around.
Yeah.
I don't have a huge amount of sexual experience. Like I said, I have a pretty low body count.
Yeah, I wasn't really.
I've been around, but not that much around.
Yeah.
But it's like the fact that you liked me and you had dated so many girls and you all that other kind of stuff. That kind of made me feel better because I was just kind of like, well, he wouldn't be hanging out with me if I wasn't.
Oh no, I had a lot to compare you against.
Right, that's what I thought. So it's just kind of like no. So in some ways, I thought. It's kind of intimidating at first, but if you think about it...
No, I fell in with Jen instantly. She'll tell you, instantly. Instantly, I was like, this shit's cool. And we had a lot of similarities in our thinking and our, the way we saw things. Even though we're different, but we still kind of was like, yeah,
We kind of fill in each other's gaps, which I think is a good... thing to kind of look for. Like, you need somebody that's similar to you, obviously, that you can hang with, but it's also good if you have differences that kind of patch each other's. I think one of the main things that I liked was that he was super outgoing and friendly and stuff, and I'm really not like that. I'm really introverted and shy. So he honestly getting with him helped me make more friends because he was so outgoing and he knew so many people. And just by virtue of me being with him, people started hanging with me and talking to me and making friends with me also, and that really helped me like open up a lot more.
Yeah.
Because before that, like I said, I'm really still like super introverted, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, and I fucking see these videos of these fucking chicks, younger chicks, fucking coming off of down TikTok, talking shit. I never date these guys. They're all right wing or whatever. And I say, you're gonna fuck yourself out of a fucking good life. Because me and Jen are different. Fucking women tend to be more left wing. Guys tend to be more right wing. And it's because of the way nature works on us. Women are more about sharing, equality, making sure all the children are fed. They're a fucking support mechanism.
Well, we want everybody taken care of.
Everybody taken care of. Men are not like that. Men are more security based.
No shit.
What is strong? Men, well, it's just the way it is. Men are more security based. Who is bigger? Who is stronger? Fucking, how do we defend? How do we attack? It's just a different way. And just because you're different doesn't mean you can't get along. These are complementary things. You just have to know that everything has its place and everything has its time.
Well, how things fit together.
Yeah, everything has its time. When it comes time to fight and to kill, that's me. I'm defending. Or taking, if I have to. Taking from evil. When it comes to building, nurture, fucking, making sure shit's fucking straight between the fucking support elements.
Organizing shit.
Yeah, that's a women. That women are good at that.
That's my
And the problem is that the younger men and women of today do not recognize the different roles people are supposed to play, and it's not.
Well, it depends on the person too. Like, not
but
everybody.
Here's the thing,
because I'm not super girly to be.
That's true, but it's not. You are though. The thing is that it is not moral. Morality has nothing to do with this. It's hormonal. The hormones influence how you are, and this is animals of all species. Okay, and humans are animals, just like any other animal.
Well, yeah.
All right. It's funny you have these college-educated girls coming out of these thinking that why are you moralizing things? Animals don't have morals. Only religious things have morals, and that's all false. You are an animal. There is only the directives about production, predation, fucking reproduction. That's all animals do. Okay. And so there is no real right or wrong in any of this. It's just what works. So stop trying to judge people on that. You just try to fucking enjoy the way animal life is. And it's fun when you don't take it seriously, when you don't try to... Because that's the problem that goes all the way back to Christianity and all these other religions. They're trying to overcomplicate human behavior. All right? And some of the shit they'll condemn and some of the shit they'll support, and and it's all wrong in the proportions. Okay? People are supposed to get along, they're supposed to work together as a unit. It's a family unit, tribal units, nations. It's just that. That's all it is.
Just cooperate, bitches.
Cooperate. Yeah, cooperate. Cooperate. Raise your children. Have children.
It's not hard.
Make a future. Build things. If something's bad, destroy it. If you're attacked, defend. Destroy. It's simple. All animals do it. Lion prides and primates, it's all that same thing.
Well, I think in a lot of ways, the fact that humans have prefrontal cortex.
Yeah.
It's kind of our greatest blessing and also our greatest curse.
Yeah, that's what the problem. You're thinking too much.
Because you're thinking, well,
yeah.
And, coming from being a classic overthinker.
Yeah.
In a way, that's good. Because you can think about problems, you can think your way through problems that obviously a lot of animals cannot. But it also makes problems where there aren't any.
Yeah.
That's kind of the downside to it. So it's just kind of like, you can't, and, I'm kind of telling myself this also because I'm, like I said, I'm like the worst overthinker ever. You can't overthink problems.
Yeah. Nietzsche said the same thing.
Don't make things more complicated than
the problem with man is that man is an animal. He's this sick animal because he doesn't think he's an animal. He's trying to overthink things and trying
we
to
are, though.
think he's just another animal. So don't expect too much out of yourself. Just be good. Be a good man. Be a good woman. Be a good human being.
Just be a good person.
Yeah.
Don't be shitty to other people for no reason. Don't get outraged or mad about shit for no reason.
All animals have a sense of fairness.
Yes.
Okay. Dogs. You feed one dog more than the other. The dog goes, wait a minute, he got more.
They understand.
They have that.
You know?
So all that could be factored in.
Tap into that.
Yeah.
Humans have empathy. They have natural empathy. Please tap into that.
Yeah, but so do all animals.
That's what I just said.
Right, yeah. All animals have that.
They all have that.
Right.
It's not a human.
But some animals are evil.
Yes.
And they have different
like we've talked about.
Yeah, they have different priorities.
Well, just like humans, animals are across the spectrum.
Yeah.
Some have more empathy than others. Some have more intelligence than others. It just, you know, we do so much true crime, and it's just kind of like we've talked about a lot of times, like a lot of serial killers, the main thing, lack of empathy. They can't put themselves in someone else's shoes and be like, man, that's shitty. I would hate that done to me. I don't want to do that to another person, which to me seems like normal, but to them, I guess not.
The thing is, though, that's not the primary drive with them. That's the secondary thing is that they don't have empathy. But the primary thing is the will to steal.
Yeah.
They're stealing. They're stealing sex. They're stealing life. So it's like a raider. They're
that kind of ties into lack of empathy because you're putting yourself at the apex. You're just like, I'm the only thing that matters. No one else matters. Everything else is there to serve my needs.
Well, the way I see it is the will to steal is first. And then the lack of empathy is there, which allows them to do it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that want to steal and take, but they have empathy so they don't do it.
I don't know, though, because honestly, my whole life, I have never thought to take someone else's shit. It just has never occurred to me.
I think when men...
Maybe that's a dude thing.
It's a dude thing, I think. Men see things and go, that should be mine. That person's too weak to have it.
I've never thought that.
It's a guy thing.
That must be a guy thing, then.
Yeah.
I've never thought like that.
But the thing is you know, like, that's a person, and fucking you're taking that from them,
and how would you feel?
How would I feel if so you don't do it. I think so. Men and women are different.
That's really interesting.
Men and women are different.
I've never thought that ever.
Yeah, men and women, the priority
that I saw when I was a kid, even and like somebody had a toy or something. I never thought, man, I should have that. I'm gonna take that. I never thought that ever.
I think it's more of a.
It's like, man, that's cool that they got that.
No,
maybe one day I'll get one of those.
No, men, I think the main.
That's all I thought.
Is that I should have that.
No, I've never thought that.
But you know what? If I take it from her, then I'm fucking that person over. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Just like that.
So it's like second level. Yeah. Whereas to me, I was just kind of like, that never even occurred to me in the first place. It would never have occurred to me to take anybody else's stuff. Ever. That's really strange. How interesting. I really never thought that. I never thought that ever. And certainly, like I said, I grew up very poor. I grew up in a trailer park, and that had mud puddles in the front and shit like that. And I had friends that had more money than me. I remember specifically when I was... How old was I? I was a kid. I was probably 10 or 11 or something. And I got invited to a birthday party. One of the girls in my class. And her house, man, she had the nicest house. And I think I kind of embarrassed myself a little. I was a little kid, you know what I mean? We were all little kids. And I was, because I'd never been in a house that nice before. And I think I maybe made a bigger deal. I was like, oh my God, your house is like, oh my God, look at it. It's like, it just keeps going on and on and on. Like, I didn't know. Like I said, I lived in a trailer, you know what I mean? So I couldn't understand it. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And she had a lot of cool shit, a lot of cool toys and a cool house and everything, but it never once occurred to me, I should have this, or I didn't get mad about it. I didn't feel like, oh man, I should take some of her shit. She wouldn't miss it, that literally never occurred to me. Not ever. I wouldn't take anybody else's stuff. I just, it's not in my nature. It's just really not. To take somebody else's shit, even if I want it, I would never. Ooh. But like I said, even when I was a kid, I never thought of it.
Well, I remember being a little kid on the playground and seeing little cute girls and shit, and somebody come up and bully them, and I'd be like, he's taking that girl's candy. And you see the girl cry. You're like, that was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
You're like, that girl wasn't doing anything wrong, and fucking that dude took her candy.
That dude should be, like, beat to death.
Yeah, but you're talking about, like, the second grade. You know,
right.
You're like, that dude took her candy, and then she's crying. That's a good person. But the kid that took that saw that little girl and go, I want that candy. I don't care. Fuck that little girl. She wouldn't like me anyway. That's an enemy little girl.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take her shit.
Well, they justify it somehow.
Well, his background might be that he thinks he's unlovable.
Yeah.
Or, or that he might be ugly.
I already suck, so.
Yeah, I suck. So she won't like, so this is an enemy. So
a lot of it is self-hatred.
So that's how they become inverted.
Yeah.
Like
well,
that.
I know. Honestly, a lot of really shitty people are very self-hating.
Yeah.
Also.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't really make me feel that much sympathy for them. But
I remember like seeing that as a little kid, and then seeing like pretty like little fucking Kelly, little Kelly McCool. I talked about her before. She was the little girl, my mom's friend. My mom's friend's little girl. I was like in 2nd, 3rd grade with. And I'd seeing her crying and shit, and I was just like, oh, I'd be like, oh, that's terrible. So it's an early human, thing.
I think most normal people
are like that.
Seeing in that situation,
yeah.
Because my thing, and it's funny because my mom used to tell me this. I don't really remember it because I was a little kid, but she said when you were in school, she's like, as soon as you saw the kid that was getting picked on, because they had, I don't know, weird teeth or they were disabled or something like that, it's like the first thing you would do is go be friends with that person. Because you felt bad that everyone was picking on them.
Yeah, not all people are like that.
But it's like, that's what you were like, and a lot of my teachers said that too. Yeah. So I was just kind of like, from the time I was like, man, that's messed up. It's like, they need somebody to hang out with them.
Yeah. Well, that's a very empathetic view. Most little boys aren't like that. I was kind of like that. And Jimmy was kind of like that. It was the boy that lived next door.
You don't really see a lot of empathy in little boys, honestly.
No.
I noticed.
No. But
even when I was a child.
But here's the thing. Jimmy was like that. He ended up being a California highway patrolman, a CHIPS officer. And I ended up being a soldier. We came, and I can guarantee you if I were to call him now, we didn't come from a good versus evil world. We came more like an evil versus evil to reduce the sum total of evil. To protect good. More like, you had to fight people. You know what I mean?
Sometimes
you had to fight evil. You know what I mean? And to be evil to evil. To reduce it.
Sometimes that's the only thing that works.
To reduce it. So, good little girls, like little fucking Kelly and all of those so they could exist. Because you couldn't be good to evil. You know what I mean? It wouldn't work.
No, it doesn't.
We were in California, you know what I mean? Fucking, it's like it was Carson, Dominguez, it was a fucking ghetto. So it's just a different world. It's more like the animal kingdom. And I think I got polarized real quick because, fucking you know a lot about me.
I do.
I'm a good person, but if you're bad, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
But I don't, and I like it.
I probably would too, to be honest.
But I like it. Yeah, but I like it because it protects good people. You must take action. You must.
Yeah, I think there comes a point where if you don't act against a particular thing, then you're allowing more bad shit to happen. So everyone's tolerance for that is different. But it's like there comes a point where something is like so egregious that we just need to take this person out.
And I had from almost day one, the Army confirmed it on me is the idea of self-sacrifice, that you die to protect people, self-sacrifice. And I don't see that in a lot of people, say like in Europe. Evil shit will happen. Well, I don't want to get involved. I might get stabbed. Or I might go to jail. Fuck that.
Well, most people
Put me in fucking jail.
Most people don't want to get involved.
Yeah, no.
Especially if it's people they don't know.
Jan knows me. I'll fucking wade into the evil fucking deep. Fist fighting, fucking knives, guns. I don't give a shit. I'll kill you. I've done it. Okay? And fucking, it sucks that I have to die doing it. But
I would rather.
I'm ready.
But yeah.
I'm literally a kamikaze. I came from military units that were extreme. Some of the best U.S. Army and a great military academy when I was a little kid. You're supposed to die defending people, and the only way to do that is to kill evil. But they don't fucking teach that to kids now.
I mean, it would depend on the situation. If
a motherfucker jumped into the club and had a gun and he starts shooting into the crowd, what do I fucking do? I run right towards that bitch and jump onto the fucking gun and try to kill him. Try to turn that weapon in on him. And you're going to get shot a couple times. But it takes time to die from that. Yeah.
I feel like most people would probably.
And if you fucking don't do that, then how the hell am I going to live with the guilt knowing, well, I should have thrown myself on the barrel of that fucking gun?
And like XYZ, like all these people got killed.
Yeah, they got killed because I failed to act. And I know the people in the crowd. That kind of shit.
Like I said, I like to think if that happened somewhere we went, like everybody would like jump on that fucking motherfucker.
Well, it's happened before with motherfuckers acting bad. Just acting bad. The whole crowd turned on them.
Well, like I said, we've seen it happen with like nobody with like a gun, obviously, but it's just kind of like dudes just doing like
grabbing people and
shit like that, like immediately, like everyone
the whole crowd turned on them. Yeah,
they just turn and start beating on you.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. Burley Cab says, "What if you found a bag of money in the woods?" We're talking about maybe a simple plan style, where they found a bunch of money in a plane that was crashing in the snow. I think it would
money in the woods. That's free.
I think it would depend on the situation.
Yeah.
Like, if it was pretty clear where it came from, I don't know. Like I said, if it was pretty clear where it came from and you would get in big trouble and like, someone would find you, then probably it would just be better to turn it in. But if there was no way of tracing it, I would absolutely take it.
Because something bad happened, and from that something good could happen from it. I'll flip it around.
Well, like I said, I'm coming off because I reviewed not too long ago the novel and the movie A Simple Plan, which was that very scenario, where it was a plane crash, where you're led to assume it was like a drug dealer, and there was like, I don't remember how much was in there, 3.5 million or something like that. It was in this plane, and it crashed in the snow, and 3 dudes found it, and, well, they all end up turning on each other, and they told people shit, So it was just this whole horrible situation that just escalated and escalated. The book, actually, the movie is great. I think it came out in 1993. Had Billy Bob Thornton and, it was really good. Bill Paxton was in it, I think. And, but the novel by Scott Smith, who also wrote the screenplay, was way more fucked up. Please read the novel. If you've seen the movie and it's good, please read the book. There's like a lot more fucked up shit in there. But it is pretty much that exact scenario and how that can go horribly, horribly wrong. But that said, I don't know. Like I said, it would depend on the situation. It would depend on the situation that I found it in.
All kinds of good shit.
Yeah, Dave Brown said A Simple Plan novel is so much more evil than the movie. Yeah, big time. I don't know. I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did a comparison because I know sometimes I do novel versus movie comparisons. I did a review of the novel and I did a review of the movie, but I think I did them separate. Like, I don't think I compared them. But I think I did mention that there was way more fucked up shit in the book. I think a lot of the shit they left out of the movie was because it made the protagonist less sympathetic because he does way more fucked up shit in the book than he does in the movie. They were trying to like not make him too unlikable, I guess. But he did some messed up stuff in the book that he didn't do in the movie. But okay.
I'm bringing my motorcycle tank back.
You're just gonna sit in your lap.
Man, that shit's so good.
Count Rolock says, growing up, my family was called poor because we didn't have a computer.
Yeah.
Well, what year are we talking about?
Yeah. You didn't need computers. The old computers back in the day, they didn't fucking have any power anyway. You couldn't do anything with an old Tandy computer from Radio Shack.
We had one of those.
You couldn't do anything with it.
Not really.
You had to fucking load the programs using a tape deck.
You get it from Radio Shack, and it didn't have a monitor.
Yeah.
You had to hook it up to your TV.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them were like that. Yeah. Not all of them were like that, but some.
The one we had was.
Yeah.
And literally all you couldn't really do anything useful with it.
Yeah.
And it's
it was
like,
just a brag that you had a computer.
Well, and it's just kind of like I grew up from I went to public school, but I went to like pretty decent public school, and I was usually like in gifted programs and stuff. So we had a little bit better shit. And so starting from when I was in 3rd grade, so what was I in 3rd grade? 1979, 1980, it was late 70s or early 80s. We had crude computers, floppy disks, all that. And they taught us a couple basic computer programming languages. So we could actually do a little bit of crude computer programming back then. So when we got the Tandy computer that you hooked up to your TV in the early 80s, basically all I could figure out how to do, and I guess this was kind of impressive for the time. No one cares nowadays. But it's just kind of like, I figured out how to make an American flag. Oh, and I also wrote a Mad Libs program.
What's that?
Like, you remember Mad Libs, those little books you got? Where it was like a story, but it was like a bunch of blanks that said like noun or adverb or whatever. And it was like a party game. Like you said to your friends, like, hey, give me a noun. Like they didn't know what the story was, but you did. So you'd fill in all the words and hilarity ensued because when you read it back, they didn't know what the story was. So when you read it back with all these random words, it was like supposedly funny. So I wrote a program like that. But that's like pretty much all I remember. That's really the only useful shit I remember it doing.
The amount of people in the chat have actually gone up for the live stream. Not down, but up.
Well, yeah, there we go.
You must be loving the shit. Okay.
Yeah, David Brent said when he goes into the store to retrieve the money his wife spent, killed those folks, I had no more sympathy for that. Yeah, that's exactly the scene that I was thinking of. And they did not put that in the movie. I know why they didn't. Because like I said, he's the main protagonist. They want you to feel at least some sympathy or empathy toward him. And the shit that he did in the book, when you're reading the book, you're like, wow, this dude's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He did some horrible shit in the book. That was not... But Scott Smith has only written, to my knowledge, please correct me if I'm wrong, he wrote A Simple Plan, which was made into a movie in 1993, and he wrote The Ruins, also a great book, full of terrible people doing terrible things, which was also made into a movie. The movie actually... When did the movie come out? 2008, 2009, maybe it was later than that. I don't even remember. The weird thing is that I saw the movie before I read the book. The book and the movie are similar, but because Scott Smith, again, wrote the screenplay, but the book, as always, is a lot more... He has a thing for, like, writing really unsympathetic characters, but they're very compelling nonetheless. Like, you can't stop reading about them, but a lot of them are, like, deeply shitty people. So when he makes it into a movie, when he writes the screenplay, like, I guess he tries to make them more sympathetic because, there's only so much movie audiences are going to take. You do too much shitty stuff in a movie setting and, like, people are just you're going to lose. Everybody's like, well, I don't give a shit what happens to you, man. Like, I hope someone fucking kills you. You suck. But, so yeah. So I kind of feel like that's probably what would have happened with the main protagonist from A Simple Plan, at least from the book. Because, yeah, same. It's like, I read the book. It's a great book, by the way. But the characters are really not sympathetic. They're terrible, terrible people. They do terrible, terrible things. Way more than the movie. They do terrible things in the movie, too, but not like the book at all. I feel like The Ruins, which was his other book that was made into a movie, is a lot... The book and the movie are a lot more similar. Like A Simple Plan, they left a lot of stuff out. But, yeah, Linwood said Ruins was a great movie. It was. The book is great, too. The book is actually... it's more fucked up than the movie. The ending is a little bit different. Like I said, the characters are less sympathetic, but it's still... He's real into situations. And the thing I remember about reading The Ruins was that there are no chapter breaks. It's just kind of like it's like a relentless spiral downward into horrible misery is what it is. So
Pookie's sleeping on a new love seat.
Oh,
she loves it. She's like, yeah, this is great.
So it's like, so I'm, I love horror, so I'm kind of inured to it to a degree, but it's like that book, I had to kind of like stop sometimes because I was like, it's too much. It's just this relentless bleakness, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. That's kind of like his whole shtick. That's why his novels are so good, because he didn't write many of them, but he's really good at like setting up this situation, and then it just gets shittier and shittier and shittier and shittier. Like it's as time, and it never gets better. It just doesn't get better. Like, and to me, that's like kind of true horror, because it's just kind of like this bleak, horrible, everything sucks for everybody. Like everybody has the worst outcome possible. And he's really good at that.
Sly's in the fucking.
Yeah, I was just answering.
How you doing, Sly?
I was just answering about the romance.
Did you check out Steroidify? Did you look at the fucking test? Get on some tests, bro. You'll love it. You'll love it. I'll walk you through it. If you need to contact me on Facebook or Instagram. I'll show you what to get, what protocol to use. Soldier to soldier, I'll show you what to get. It won't cost you much.
Gramther says, true story, Sam Raimi once gave me a fifth of Crown Royal whiskey. Well, now you have to tell that story. What situation did that happen? Did you drink it? Did y'all drink it together? In a hot tub, perhaps? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Linwood says, I've always wanted to go to visit Mexico. Yeah, we're going to go one of these days. Oscar says, I'm 33, but I'll probably need low levels of tests in a couple years. I'm going to buy some this month.
Oh, I would have gone on at 35. Know what
Linwood said.
I've said this many times before. I would have gone on around 35, knowing what I know now.
Yeah, because it was later when you went on.
Yeah, I went on a little too late, actually, even though I fucking turned out good. But I wasted a lot of time, man. Had I gone on around 35, with the way that shit progresses, the way the body develops, I would have had a lot better time in my 30s and 40s had I been on that shit and been training. You got me on Facebook, bro. Fucking, and on Instagram. Go ahead. I'll walk you through it.
I will say it made a huge
fucking
difference.
Yeah. And don't listen to
and just your whole attitude toward life in general.
And don't listen to these fucking pussies. Don't listen to these fucking. They'll cry over every little. The side effect. Oh, my head. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just worrywart, low test, low T motherfuckers. They're bitches. Fucking just be a man. Fucking put some test in yourself. The more tests you have, the better you are. And they're gonna go, oh, my prostate, this and that. I'll fuck you in the ass and you'll find out all about your prostate. Don't worry about your fucking prostate. If you research prostate shit, that's a scam. Okay? They fucking give you a prostate massage and they keep calling you back fucking every fucking 6 months for a prostate massage. They're making all kinds of fucking money. Then they're going to do a test and then they say, we think there's something there. Give us some more money. And they will go on and on for fucking 15 years fucking with your goddamn prostate. And then go, oh, guess what? You got cancer? But we're not going to operate on it. It's going to be all right. Don't worry about that shit. That's all scam. Prostate cancer exists, but it has nothing to do whether or not a motherfucker's giving you prostate massages. It just happens to some dude.
Maybe some guys like prostate massages.
Yeah, and it doesn't have anything to do with fucking your testosterone levels. That's just a scam that they made up. If you want a prostate massage, don't go to a doctor and get it. Go to a fucking massage parlor where you've got fucking Chinese girls working in there.
Give you a happy ending.
Get them a nice fucking solid dildo and go put that in my ass, and they'll fucking charge you a lot less because that's all they're fucking doing. All right, those Chinese girls will sit there and fucking you in the ass with that prostate, okay, with that shit, and then you know, because that's all they're doing to you. Fuck that shit. They're selling you prostate massage. just because they have doctors, just because they say they're a doctor and they have a medical industry behind them, that doesn't mean they're telling you the truth. They lie. They lie. And they don't know they're lying half the time. They're just doing whatever the fucking drug industry is telling them to do because they own the whole system. And their whole fucking thing is to sell you patented medicine. And the original American patented medicine was snake oil. A dude fucking on top of a fucking wagon selling you a fucking juice with a dead snake head in it and a bunch of cocaine. Drink that. You'll feel a lot better. That's all they're doing. The only thing that they do right is surgery. They do that well.
Catarolic says, I had a beer with Kane Hodder. Ooh, I want to hear that story too. David Brown says, Sam Raimi has a new movie coming out next month called Send Help. Check out the trailer. It looks like it's going to be great. Oh, yeah, I'll totally watch that.
Yeah, that sounds like
yeah, Linwood said Tom, I turned 67 on December 9th.
What? Who?
Linwood.
Oh, okay. Linwood, yeah, okay.
Gramther says, backstory. Yeah, because I asked. I worked at camp in Algonquin Park, Ontario, as a canoe guide called Camp Tamaqua, where Sam Raimi was a camper in the 1980s. He came to visit in the 1990s and gifted me a fifth of Crown Royal. That is awesome. Yeah. That's almost like a horror movie setup all in its own.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, Linwood is saying that blacks are very high in test cancer. I don't know what he's talking about. It might be testicular cancer or I don't know what kind of cancer he's talking about. Maybe fucking prostate cancer. Just because black people are statistically higher in one thing or another, I would never say that there isn't any genetic differences between whites and blacks because we're both servicemen. We know there are.
Yeah,
but that
they're not huge, but
but that just has to do with fucking the environments we evolved in, hot weather or cold weather. A lot of the things that fucking happen to black people happen to them not in the United States. It happens to them not because they're black. It happens because they're Southern. They have Southern heritage. Even if they moved to the North, and they took that diet with them, where they're eating all kinds of fucking sugar, fucking macaroni and cheese, high carbohydrate diets, lots of fucking pig grease, pork grease in the diet. My dad died of that shit. He was Southern as fuck. He might as well have been black. Okay, it's diet has a lot of factors in fucking just behavior. The shit that they have, and African Americans are just Southern. It's a Southern part of the culture. There's very little difference between rednecks and blacks in the South. They're eating the same things. They're kind of thinking the same way. A lot of the same behaviors. Now that there's the internet, the diet's getting a little bit better. So just because blacks might have a propensity to something doesn't necessarily mean it's some kind of black genetic thing. It's probably more like behavior.
Well, or it might just be like a slightly higher genetic propensity toward that. It's like it's probably not a huge.
I think in the case of African Americans, it's diet. It's a very Southern diet. It's a low end Southern diet. They're eating cheap. Eating a shit ton of ramen and noodles.
Well, it's not like that.
Pork grease, really. Fucking,
I ate a lot of ramen when I was growing up, too.
Yeah, and then a lot of macaroni and cheese and fucking a lot
of mac and cheese.
They're putting fucking peanuts in their Coca-Cola and drinking it and fucking Vienna sausage.
But that was the thing.
Yeah.
And Vienna sausage. That's my dad. That was my dad.
Yeah, that's our dad's generations. They're doing a lot of
stuff. He loved his Vienna sausage.
They're not eating
I was grossed out by that.
They're not eating a lot of fresh vegetables. They're not eating salads and fucking lean chicken, Because, you know how brothers are, man. They're going to eat the fucking dark meat. They're going to eat wings and thigh. Okay, breast meat, that's too dry.
Hey, that's how they're
going to do it, Fucking,
You make a turkey or a chicken or something like that, I'm eating all the dark meat.
Yeah, she likes dark meat. So.
I do, yeah.
But it's I
like the white meat too. I'm not picky, but I like the dark meat better.
I think with a lot of the African American health problems, it's a Southern diet, and the Southern diet actually a lot of that shit goes back into Africa, because African slaves in the South became cooks and show white people how to cook, and it was African style deep frying and a lot of juicy foods and fucking yeah.
I mean, it's really good.
Not a real healthy way to eat long term.
No, it's not healthy, but it's really good.
Tastes good, though. Fucking right.
I think that was weird.
Yeah. So just get on test, man. You fucking, at 67, you're older than me by 10 years, you'll still have a good effect. You don't have much time, though. You don't have fucking 30 years.
You don't know that. You could live it up.
Well, you could,
years.
but,
yeah.
you know.
It's possible.
But at 67, you could still fucking feel a lot better. Fucking get on test. Hit me up. Get on test. Try Cialis or Viagra, which is a good overall thing. It's not just the dick. It's just the whole fucking... There's a synergy happening with that and testosterone. And you could go on HCG if you want to keep shooting live rounds. If you don't care, you can just go on birth control, which is test. Go on testosterone, you'll shut down. Maybe not that much on 200 milligrams, but, you know. I'll talk to you about it. I'll show you. I'll teach you the ropes.
Counterlock says, Jenny, speaking of Billy Bob Thornton, because I was talking about it, A Simple Plan, have you seen his new look with the beanie with a hole for a hoopie, a ring, and fedora on top? Yeah. LOL, it's quite the look. The only recent thing that I've seen Billy Bob Thornton in is the commercials. Is it Verizon or T-Mobile or whatever cell phone he's doing commercials for? That's like the last thing I saw him in. So I haven't seen that look specifically. Gramper says, whenever my doctor gives me a Proncto exam, I fear I'm going to release my innards. Valid fear or paranoia. I don't know, man. I don't think you're going to do an anal prelapse. You're probably fine. Counterlock also says, when I worked as a haunter at Spooky World in the mid-90s, Kane Hodder, was a month-long guest. After a night of scaring people, we'd go to the TGI Fridays, and Kane would join us at our table and drink. That is pretty rad. He always seemed like kind of a cool dude. Fucking Kane Hodders. And Counterlock also says, at the same TGI Fridays, my friend drank with Reggie Bannister from the Phantasm movies. How fucking rad would that be? He always seemed a lot of fun too.
Sly, I'm seeing your responses, but I don't have the context. So I don't know what you're talking about. You're saying yes and this and that. So I don't know what your reaction is. Go ahead and give me another statement to tell me what you thought about all that.
Yeah, Gramper says life expectancy in southern states is 5 years less than Yankee states.
That will go away though, because
eventually it'll probably
a lot of it had to do with the boomer diet. That had a lot to do with it. The boomer diet, but black and white was fucking bad.
Yeah.
It tasted great.
Shit was so bad.
But they overcooked vegetables. They ate a lot of fucking bacon grease. They fucking cooked everything in bacon grease because you're cooking bacon. Bitch gotta have bacon, as good as that is. And when you're frying it, you get grease. Well, that grease tastes good too. Why buy vegetable oil when you can save that grease and cook in that grease? Hell yeah. But the thing is you're taking all that grease in, and that fucks up
it's kind of staying.
That clogs up your arteries. Right? And they were overcooking vegetables. And they were overcooking vegetables because in the Depression era, they were growing their own vegetables out in the backyard because every southern fucking house had a garden behind it. And they were fertilizing that garden with the shit they were fucking pulling out of their damn outhouse. Mm-hmm. So if you're fertilizing the fucking ground with your own shit, you better cook that fucking vegetable because you'll get yourself killed.
To be fair.
You're right. That's why they were doing that. But when you overcook vegetables like that, it destroys all the nutrients. It destroys the flavor. And it was because of how they were But that's all,
eat them raw, honestly.
But that's all gone now. But I remember my grandmother overcooking shit, and I'm like, why are you fucking cooking spinach that much? But because that's the way they learned to cook it back when they were
my whole childhood.
Yeah.
I didn't like vegetables because I thought they all tasted like nothing. Like boiled ass.
Yeah, they were like slime.
Yeah, and they were just like all like I thought I didn't like spinach. I didn't like anything like that because it's like they cooked everything.
Yeah.
So there was just a slimy, tasteless.
Yeah, and it's because that was their parents did that because they were growing that shit out in the backyard.
Yeah.
That's why.
When I got a little bit older,
Southerners are tough, black or white. They survived all kinds of shit. Going back to the Civil Wars, they survived the fucking slavery, fucking wars, fucking occupation of the Northern Army, concentration camps, because they had dudes concentrated, and fucking poverty. Okay, poverty in the South was just endemic. Didn't matter if you were white or black. And they survived through all that shit. They're a fucking tough people. And it kind of showed when I was a kid. My grandmother, the way she cooked. It was like, that's the way a person that's just at the edge of survival cooks. Mm-hmm. And if you gave them anything, they would eat a shit ton of it. Because it was like they were going to starve the next day.
Yeah, I gotta eat all
that.
If
you gave them a whole bunch of pasta, shit, they're going to eat all that. You know what I mean? Even though it only cost a couple dollars, they always ate like they were starving.
Yeah, like they didn't know when they were going to get anymore.
Yeah, yeah. And it's because they came from a world where you couldn't trust what was going to happen.
Yeah, so it's like you had to eat as much as possible, like right now, because you never knew when your next meal was coming. Which I get. But like I said, I kind of feel like by the time our grandparents' generation came along, like, I don't know, like my grandparents grew up partially during the Depression. My grandmother was a kid.
They couldn't handle money.
My grandfather was a little bit older.
Yeah.
But they both lived through the Depression when they were kids. So they got that shit from their parents.
Yeah.
So everything was just everything was cooked to shit.
Yeah. And lots of it.
And lots of it. And honestly, one of the reasons that I struggled with my weight a lot when I was younger, like in my teenage years and stuff, was because I grew up mostly around my grandmother, and she was skinny like her whole life.
Yeah.
Like she had super fast metabolism, luckily. I didn't inherit that, unfortunately. But so she was like, if you didn't eat seconds or thirds, she thought something was the matter with you.
Yeah.
Eat more.
Yeah.
Why'd you stop eating? Like
it was.
Don't you want this? Don't you want that? Like I was like, not really. But
Southerners and people that descend from the South, like Sly. If you're black, you're a Southerner. You moved away from the South after the Civil War.
Gotta pee.
And fucking, you brought your ways with you. Okay. African American culture is Southern. It was such a culture of food worship. That was kind of like one of the weird things. I kind of enjoyed it in a way when going back to Mississippi and being around my grandma, and I call her my aunt, but she wasn't my aunt. She was my dad's friend's wife. All right, and her kids, who I called my cousins, even though we weren't married, which is one of the weird things. But it's just Southerners always fucking their cousins. So they think, yeah, we were fucking our cousins, but the thing was that we weren't married. We weren't fucking related to our cousins. We called everybody cousin. But anyway, they would fucking, when you showed up to a Southern house, the first thing they do is they ask you if you were hungry. They always had food cooked. Always. And going down to Mississippi, it was weird. You would fucking, all day long, there'd just be, you'd show up to somebody's house, and it'd have whole fucking trays of food made. And you would just, you hungry? And you look and you're like, it was something they made a couple of hours ago, but boy, it should have looked good. Like whole pans of fucking pineapple upside down cake. Whole pans of fucking fried okra. Fucking some kind of pasta casserole with fucking cheese, spaghetti with cheese and fucking ham in it, and fucking just tomatoes, just crazy. It was a culture of food. And it was because that generation was so proud of the fact that they had food, that they cooked a lot of it.
And they cooked a lot of it, and they would just give it to anybody.
They just give it to everybody.
Whether you wanted it or not.
We got food. Food, bitch. Yeah. And it's no wonder that they looked as good as they did. Because it was all very high carbohydrate food that would get you very fat. And it was kind of funny because fucking Mississippian teenagers were hot, man. They all looked fucking great, you know. And by the time they were in their 30s, they were kind of fat, kind of chubby. But it makes you wonder, you know. Although it just depended. Some people were still fit, but it was just that diet, you know.
Yeah, mostly you saw kind of chubby people.
And it came from a culture of starvation. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were just like, they're making all the food. Like,
yeah.
I mean, and like I said, growing up, it's like I spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house. She's from, her and my grandfather were from Tennessee originally.
Yeah.
And they moved down to Florida in 1958. And their whole thing was she would cook all this food, and like the second you walked in the door, because she had the kind of house, and this is pretty common in the South back in this era, where you just walked in, you didn't knock or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You
just walk in.
You just walk in.
You walk in. If you knew the person, you just walked in their house.
Hey, we're here.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, hey, I got this, I got that. Like, have some.
Yeah, there wasn't no privacy in the South.
Not really. Like, people would just walk in. It's not like she was ever doing anything. She was usually just watching TV or cooking, you know what I mean? But it's like people would just come in, like this, you know, not random ass people, but just
people
family members.
Your friends would just walk in. Hey,
cousins,
what's
aunts,
up?
uncles.
It's like
so they would just come over.
Each house was like
we
a
were
place
in the neighborhood.
Each house was a place of business. It was an institution.
And she's like, hey, I got this, that, and the other. Hey, eat this, eat that. Yeah. I got this and that. I got pie. I got this and that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was like very much a food centered existence.
Yeah.
And like I said, over the summers, because my parents worked, so we would, when we were kids, we would usually live there, like over the summer. Yeah. You know, we would stay overnight, or we would go home at night, and then come back, or stay over the weekends, or whatever, so my parents could go to work. So, man, like, if you didn't, and like I said, she was skinny. She could eat everything she wanted. She drank Coke for every meal. Yeah. She never drank water or anything else. It was always Coca-Cola. She ate Little Debbie's like it was going out of style.
Yeah.
And she was skinny her whole life. She died of stomach cancer, sadly, but several years ago. But she just never gained any weight.
One of the things I grew up with,
I didn't have that luxury.
I would love to get Jen involved in it, but I know she hates it because she knows. But man, I fucking love Nana Pudding. And
I don't like. I'm not a banana person.
Man, everybody in my family. And fucking all the friends of the family would take these big bowls and make what here in the South we call Nana pudding or banana pudding.
Banana pudding.
You fucking put a bunch of Nilla wafers, not vanilla wafers. It's called Nilla.
Nabisco.
Nilla wafers. You put that in there.
Wafers. That's what.
And
they're
then
called.
you fucking put vanilla pudding, and then fucking sliced bananas, and then another fucking layer of fucking whipped cream, and another layer of fucking vanilla wafers, fucking vanilla pudding, and then fucking more.
My grandma made it.
And just layer it over and over again, and you let it sit.
I never ate it.
You let it sit. You let that bitch sit for a day. So all the moisture goes in those Nilla wafers. They're cookies.
Yeah, like little.
For you foreigners, they're like little fucking vanilla cookies.
Yeah, like they're just little kind of hard.
Yeah, so it's cookies, vanilla pudding, banana slices, and whipped cream over and over again.
Yeah, like a layered,
almost
like a trifle.
It's like you let
like
it
a
sit
trifle
in a big round fucking bowl,
but no sherry.
And then after about a day, you take a big fucking spoon and you scoop some of that. You put it in a bowl and put whipped cream on the top of it. Man, that shit is so good.
See, I'm not a big fan of banana.
Love it.
I know you do.
I need to make some.
I'm not a big fan of banana.
I haven't made it because Jen doesn't like it.
Well, you can make it if you want. I won't.
They have everything to make it at the dollar store.
I won't.
They don't have the bananas at the dollar store, but they have everything else.
We can go to Publix and get bananas.
Yeah.
I'm not a big banana. I don't really like banana anything.
Yeah.
Like, I will eat a banana split if it's kind of available and there's nothing else around. But I'm not a big banana. I don't really like bananas all that much.
Now, Sly, you're 10 years older than me and you're up in the north, black, with the southern heritage. Do y'all still make vanilla pudding? Nana pudding. Nana pudding. You still make nana pudding? Because black people eat the shit out of that up the south.
My grandma used to make it all the time.
We all had the same recipe. We all had the same ideas.
I'd come in and she'd be like, man, I'd be like,
we all ate the same thing.
Can't you make gooey butter cake instead?
In the north, they didn't know what to do with it. They call it soul food. But in the south, we just call it food. It's food. That's all it is. But in the north,
I really don't like it.
Food.
Yeah. I get why people like it, but I'm not really into it. But like I said, I don't
That's it. I'm gonna make some.
Okay.
That's it. I'm gonna make some.
You can make all you want.
I'm gonna make some.
I got all kind of chocolate and stuff I can eat.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna make
you can
some.
eat it all by yourself.
I'm gonna let you try some. You don't think you'd like it?
No, I know I don't like it.
You know you don't like it. You had it.
My grandma used to make it all the time.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
So I said I haven't had it, but we eat peach cobbler. Now peach cobbler.
Oh yeah, I love that. I make that too.
That's not my favorite, but peach cobbler is good.
Yeah. Oh man, you just.
I'm more like an apple pie or cherry cobbler person.
Yeah.
But peach cobbler is pretty good too.
You are not officially black until you've had fucking nana pudding. No, what are you talking about?
Like I said, I've eaten it.
That's
before,
black as shit, man. Fucking everybody.
My grandma used to make it.
Yeah, nana pudding.
Oh, Grampter says, I heard a country music song today that went, rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey makes me. I hope they said my girl get frisky, because me girl, that sounds like kind of British. Debate and discuss. Honestly, a lot of new country. I like some old country. I'm talking about like Johnny Cash, Hank Williams era. But new country is ass. Oh my god, it's terrible.
Yeah, new country is fucking bad, terrible.
Yeah, Bridget said country music is the worst. Yeah,
worst.
Pretty much. It's awful. It's just so performative, and it's like...
It's cosplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's country cosplay.
It's all my truck and
yeah.
I'm like, shut the fuck
that
up.
bitch left me alone.
And now it's almost like they're parodying
They're
themselves.
parodying it. Yeah.
And it's like, shut the fuck up.
My dog bit me in the ass because my truck rolled over my fucking... just whatever. Oh the truck smashed my catfish. Just fucking stupid shit, man.
Well, I don't even want to sing, because I remember some of the ones that...
Fake honky music.
I worked in Daytona for a little while, and there was a guy that worked with me who was another graphic designer, and he was a young, like, 30s black guy. And he was, like, into all kind of music. Like I said, he liked Depeche Mode. He liked fucking just pop music. He liked all kind of stuff. But every now and then, he'd get a wild hair, and he would play, like, some new country. And those were the worst days, because that music is fucking horrible. Yeah. And so, like, I'd sit there, and everybody was used to him just playing music in the office. Oh, he plays music. That's cool. Like, everyone's, like, listening to it. And it's like, oh, my God, please kill me. This is terrible. Yeah. It's awful. And it's like some of the songs, I don't even know who some of them were, but it's like, oh, my God, they were so bad.
Sly said he said he's had it, but he likes lemon pie. Okay.
Oh, lemon pie. Now, now you're...
Yeah, well, we have something here called key lime pie.
Everybody knows what key lime pie is, right? I know it's a Florida thing, but I think they have it everywhere.
All through the South.
Yeah.
In Mississippi, had key lime pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's...
You make it in a fucking sheet pan, a glass pan. Yeah.
I think it was a South Florida thing.
Yeah.
To start with, if I remember my history correctly, but
from the Keys, Florida Keys.
It is very good.
And
it's not my favorite, but it's good.
Key lime went all the way up into Mississippi, Alabama.
Yeah.
Fucking
it's very
Louisiana.
Tart. Yeah. Like, if you like lemon pie, you'd probably be into like...
Yeah, it is a lemon pie. Just green.
Essentially.
It's lemon pie, but it's green.
Like I said, it's very tart.
And it has a graham cracker crust instead of...
it's good.
Instead of a flour crust.
Sly also said Little Debbie's is still great.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? When I was looking for stuff to get you for Christmas, I was thinking about getting you like a crate
of Little Debbie's. Yeah.
They had some like combo packs.
Yeah, I could do that.
But I was like, they were kind of expensive for what they were. Like, somebody's like, oh, it's a combo pack, but it comes with like 6 different flavors. But I'm like, it's like $28. I'm like, boop. I could go to fucking Dollar General and get those 6 boxes for like a fraction of that cost.
Yeah, Little Debbie's the redneck staple. That's just the redneck dessert. Although
they're good.
They're very good. For the price, they're real good too. What's a little bit better, I would say Tasty Cake. That brand's a little bit better.
Like Tasty. And that's a northern thing.
Yeah.
That's a northern thing.
But Little Debbie gives you more for your money.
That's true.
You get those Nutty Buddies.
I will say though, Tasty Cake, they have a box of like coconut cakes.
Oh yeah.
And they're big. They're like this big.
They're like the Pepperidge Farm.
There's only like 4 of them in the box.
Yeah. It's like those Pepperidge Farm.
Holy shit, they're so
cake.
good.
Yeah.
And they have like boxes of donuts or bags of donuts. I think the key lime donuts were really good. The pumpkin spice ones were good. They had like a cinnamon apple.
And
I think the key lime ones were the best.
I'm not sure if Tasty Cake is Southern.
It's not. No, I just said it's. I think it's Philly or it's somewhere. It's like Northeast.
All right, so that's a competitor.
Yes.
To fucking Little Debbie.
I'm pretty sure that's like Northeast.
Little Debbie's Southern, and I remember since I was a little boy we had it, and it hasn't changed. It hasn't really changed. It
not
always
much.
The offerings that they had, like the tiger cakes, and the fucking
zebra cakes.
What they call them? Zebra cakes. Yeah, zebra cakes. I got tiger for zebra cakes. It's African cake.
Yeah, he says Tasty Cakes, Pennsylvania. You see, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Tasty Cakes a little bit better.
They're more expensive though.
More
slightly.
expensive, right?
Like you don't get as much for,
but
they're good though.
Little Debbie has offerings that for the fucking money hard to beat. Like the big packs of fucking Nutty Buddies.
I don't see those are good.
Those are really good. Fucking I don't like the older stuff, but the newer shit that fucking Little Debbie has is real good. And it's cheap here in the South. It's a Southern thing. And there is a Little Debbie. They didn't make that up.
That was the daughter. That was a real person.
That was the daughter of the owner. And that's her picture. That was back a long time ago.
Little Debbie was a real person.
Yeah, Little Debbie. Yeah. She's grown. She's an old woman now.
Well, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that is what she looked like when she was little. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, she was like the daughter of the guy that started.
Daughter of the owner.
But yeah, I'm kind of like, any of the zebra cake.
Zebra cake's boring to me.
Well, the thing about it, though, is that the zebra cake, the standard one, that's kind of the same template that they use for all of the holiday stuff.
Yeah,
like if you get ones like the Valentine's one, or the spring cakes, or the Christmas tree shit, it's just kind of like it's all the same thing, but it's just like a different shape.
Yeah,
like with different frosting on it.
Yeah, the thing that stands out to me is the Nutty Buddy.
Those are good.
Which is a waffle, like a waffle. What do you call it?
It's like a wafer.
A wafer
with peanut butter.
Peanut butter inside, covered in chocolate. Really good. And they don't cost much. Very satisfying. And then they had other little things, little cupcake type things, and little jelly rolls with the fucking
Swiss rolls. Those are pretty good.
Yeah,
those are pretty good.
Little Debbie's fucking selling point is price.
Yeah,
and cheap.
Now, when I was a kid,
yeah,
the box you get nowadays, I don't remember how much. It's $2 and something like nowadays. But when I was a kid, they were 99 cents. That was like the big thing. Like it even said it. It was printed on the box in the corner that it was 99 cents.
Yeah.
For this big, and it had like.
It was huge.
Well, it depended on what type of thing it was, because some of them had 6 in there, some of them had 8 in there, some of them had 12 in there. It depended on if they were big or little.
Yeah. I'd imagine our European fucking guests are like, what the fuck are they talking about? You can go on Google or YouTube and fucking look all this shit up. Is it good? Yeah, it's good, and it was cheap. Foreigners come here and eat that kind of shit. They go, yeah, it's pretty good for what it is. Now, do you want to live on that? No. I mean, it's candy.
Please don't.
It's candy. It's candy. Little candy cakes. And they used to be like $1. You can get a bunch of them.
Yeah, it was 99 cents like for a long time when we were.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, you can sit there and you watch
now
TV.
I think they're like $2. Well, Publix has them sometimes. Like they'll have them like 2 for $5 or So they're about $2.50 nowadays.
$1 was worth a lot more back then.
But I mean, that's not too bad. Like considering I was a kid in the fucking 70s and 80s, and they were 99 cents back then, and now they're like $2 or $2.50 or whatever they are. I like the donut sticks also. I like them because they're not like super sweet, and they're really good for like dipping in a coffee and stuff. But they have like a lot of good ones, and they come out with like new ones all the time. We particularly liked. We don't get these much because they're like 400 calories each, but they did. It was kind of like, the what are the not fudge rounds, but the because I don't really like those that much, but the oatmeal pies. They had ones like that circumference, but they were thicker, and the cookie was like a harder cookie, and then it had like peanut butter in the middle. And those were really good. But like I said, we didn't get them that often. You didn't get that many in a box because they were big. But like they were like 400 calories. It was like a meal. They were very calorie dense, and they were very heavy. It's like a meal replacement. It's not a thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to eat a meal and then I'll eat one of these for dessert. It's like, that was it. Like, you just ate that, and that was, like, the end, and then you'd wait, like, several hours to eat another meal. So it was kind of like that. So we don't get them that often, but they are really, really good. You can only find them intermittently, though. Those ones. And I don't even remember what they called them. But it was kind of like, you know, kind of like fudge rounds or oatmeal cream pies, but it was peanut butter. And those were good, but I don't know. I tend to like the simpler zebra cake template ones. I know they're boring. It's just like white cake, but I don't know. I just kind of like those. Can't get too. Now, okay, we did like the ones that were. They introduced one, I think, like last year or the year before, that was like the Nutty Buddies or whatever they call them with the wafers, but it was like cake. So it was like it was about this big.
No, it was a Twinkie.
It was kind of like a Twinkie. It was a
Twinkie,
sort of
filled with fucking peanut butter covered in chocolate.
Well, it was cake.
Yeah, but Twinkie is cake.
I know, but it was cake, but it kind of tasted like peanut butter. It tasted like a Nutty Buddy, but it was cake.
Jen, it was white cake, like a Twinkie.
That's what I said.
Filled with peanut butter.
Yeah.
It was a peanut butter covered in fucking chocolate.
Yeah.
It was a chocolate covered peanut butter Twinkie.
Yeah.
That shit was so good.
They were very good.
Super good. Yeah.
I don't remember what they called them.
They called it a Nutty Buddy, but I forgot what.
They had like another.
They had another like a Nutty Buddy something or other. They were good. They're gone now.
Maybe that was just yeah.
Yeah, it was like a chocolate covered peanut butter Twinkie. Man.
Yeah, not as big as a Twinkie.
No, a little bit small, about the size of a Zinger.
Yeah, it was about Zinger size.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Brown says they were Nutty Bars when I was a kid, but now they're Nutty Buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which kind of confuses me because isn't there another one called Nutter Butter? Isn't that a?
I think they were originally called Nutter Butter.
Well, no, but see, I thought those were the Nabisco.
No, Nutter Butter.
What's the ones with the elves?
Nutter Butter was a cookie.
That's what I'm saying. That was like Nabisco, right?
Yeah,
like
Nabisco cookie.
The elves in the Hollow Tree made it.
They were real good too. Yeah.
Weren't they the ones that were shaped like a peanut?
Shaped like a peanut.
Yeah. See. Okay.
Yeah. That was a cookie.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
Yeah. No, you're not crazy.
That's what I thought. I thought there were cookies that were shaped like a peanut that had peanut butter in the middle.
Yeah, Linwood says, that's a Pennsylvania corporation. Yeah.
Chocolate yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, they're good.
And they sell their stuff over at the dollar store.
Yeah, that's right.
Like it's always in the end.
Cookie. That's
it's all in the end cap.
Linwood says, it was a cookie.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was shaped like a peanut. And it looked like a peanut, but it had peanut butter in the middle.
Yeah, and the Little Debbie Nutty Buddy, I don't think it was actually called that when I was a little kid. I think they called it something else.
That's what he's saying. David Brown said they were called Nutty Bars.
Nutty Bars, that's right.
When he was a kid, but now they're Nutty Bars.
Yeah. And they were physically bigger when I was a little kid.
Well, now they come in like the 2-pack. I think they always came like that, though, didn't they? I don't remember.
It changed the size of them. They still taste exactly the same, though.
Yeah, I don't They're remember
still good.
Tasting any different.
Look, Jen, you want to go get something to eat? I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Okay.
Man, it's like we ate some leftovers, but holy shit, that was like fucking
a long time ago.
Like 10.
Do you want to put an order to McDonald's?
Yeah, if you give me time to do it.
Yeah, you can do it through the phone and
and then we'll just go pick it up.
Yeah, we'll just pick it up.
You sure you're right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna do.
Well, it's 10:38, so I don't know if if we have to go through the drive-thru or not, though.
Well, you will have to go through the drive-thru. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll go through the drive-thru
because the dining room closes at 10, I think.
Okay, then we'll just drive through. We don't want to worry about it now. Okay, go ahead and shut it down.
All right. So we are going to.
We'll see y'all fucking next week.
Monday. We're gonna wrap it up for this evening. Yeah. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us on this Friday night, the depressing day after tomorrow. Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a good time this weekend. I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. I'm gonna go out and dancing. Saturday night. Should be fun. Might get into some trouble. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hoping to get into some trouble.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us this evening. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. We will see you guys again on Monday for a movie review. Don't know what movie it's going to be, but we'll figure it out sometime over the weekend. So yeah, we'll see you guys again on Monday night. Good night.